So, another week, another episode of the podcast. We are currently live on the Unbeatable Jacob Twitch channel. So, again, if you guys want to see these live, a link to that will be in the description. And lads, we've got our guest, probably the most requested person we didn't have on last year. We have
Easily.
we have Mr. Shake4ndBake, one of the original MyTEAM guys. Were you the very first person who pretty much exclusively did MyTEAM?
Technically, yes. There was 3 or 4 guys that did MyTEAM, but a couple of those guys did other stuff. But I was I'm just gonna do just MyTEAM. And I'm trying to remember. I honestly can't even remember the other dudes' names besides obviously the guys who are still in the community. Some of them post now, some of them don't.
One of them is recently gone. He was posting Pokemon for a while, and Jesus. He's gone.
He's definitely busy today with the new Pokemon game coming out, I am sure.
My God. I just seen something in chat that Shake might be able to help on. Someone said they got a Kareem on their 2K menu there.
Oh my God.
New Opal Kareem next Friday.
The Evo from I don't even know what year that's from.
20, the first year of Evos.
20? Oh my God. 20. If I had $1, I still get that tweet. Again, HGB tweeted that at me today.
That's actually...
And this happens weekly still.
It's a meme at this stage.
It's become more than a meme. Oh my goodness, I still get that tweet.
I feel like Shake's been a part of a lot of memes over the years. We were talking about last week. What was it? I blame Shake. Hashtag I blame Shake.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God,
that's a pretty popular one.
Where did that one come from? I don't know if I was around for that.
2K15 MT English.
Oh,
yeah, because first of all, everyone knew. I think everyone knew you could lock in those sets and then sell the cards and do it on duplicates or whatever. Everyone knew about it. I just made a YouTube video on it, and then people were like, "Oh, blame Shake, it's patched now." Yeah, that's what it was from.
Was it not also that LeBron was 30k the day before, and then because everyone had infinite coins, LeBron went to 200k?
Was it the gold LeBron?
It went so expensive.
Everything went through the roof. I made so much that day. Oh my goodness.
But then everyone also, with the day it got patched, everyone lost all their. Everyone who had a LeBron, it went from 200k to back down to 30k.
Yeah, they reset
everyone was
some people's MT too. They did a bunch of shit that day, I remember.
Yeah, they blamed you on everything, which is hilarious.
Oh yeah, and then they put the sapphires in too, those crappy cards. They were awful. They were copy and paste of other ones. Oh my goodness.
I did use that Oscar for a while. I remember the Oscar sapphire.
No, that Oscar wasn't part of that. That Oscar was up there already.
Oh, he was. It was something different.
The cards that were there were
collection or something maybe.
There were current collections, yeah. There was no lock-ins back then. If you just got all the cards, you got the card. But it was I remember. I know DeRozan was one of them. DeAndre Jordan, I think, was one. Who else was in that? Because there was 7 or 8 teams where you get 25k MT.
Your memory's so incredible. How you remember some of that kind of stuff.
My memory.
Roy Hibbert. Did I already say Roy Hibbert? There was a Roy Hibbert.
There was a Hibbert.
Now that you mentioned that, I do remember that one.
Roy Hibbert was good. I'm trying because Roy Hibbert was the only good one of them.
EBG's a walking encyclopedia of MyTEAM at this point.
I know. I don't know how he remembers all this stuff. Oh my God.
I don't really forget things.
Ridiculous.
I remember the big things like the Christmas LeBron. That was just nuts.
Yeah.
That was so funny. That's so funny looking back on it.
As you mentioned, by the way, you mentioned that one notorious person. I got quite the text message that day. He was fairly unhappy.
Oh yeah, you're the one who told everyone about it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Because some
guy
guy came to me and he was like, "Yo, I have this locker code for a pink diamond LeBron. I entered it, but then I entered it again on another account, and it still works." So I was like, "Oh, okay, maybe this is a lock code thing that's coming out." So I typed it in, it works. So I'm like, all right, let this shit fly. Everybody's getting LeBron for Christmas.
I remember I watched the video of it recently because I did a retrospective video on that situation. I'm not even sure if I finished the video, but I remember watching you announce it. You're like, I don't know how long this works for. I don't know where this came from. It's entirely out of the blue. And then obviously they actually did a pretty good job of replacing it though. The fact they pulled
no,
that helped me more than the LeBron
damage control. Good. The damage control ended up better than the LeBron, but they still didn't change the fact that they sent someone into work on Christmas to take our LeBron.
Oh yeah, that was just nuts. That I still can't believe that. They cared about it that much. It had to be fixed at that moment.
Yeah, how long did
Like,
it take them to fix it? Like, how was it? Like
I
a
think,
few
like-
hours?
Okay, so
Like
I
12
put the
hours.
video out at like 3 or 4 a.m. and I remember very vividly. Still worked in the morning. It worked till like 4 or 5 in the afternoon, and then like I think at like 7, 8 at night they started taking the LeBrons away or whatever, didn't they?
Yeah, I woke
then,
up
like-
my LeBron was gone.
The next day they were all gone but one. I still had mine actually. The next day I remember.
If you didn't open your pack, you still had the LeBron. So a load of people had that LeBron that just didn't open their packs.
He
And
wasn't
then like
that
I think a
good,
couple
so-
people. Yeah, it wasn't either. It wasn't even a good card. It was just. I mean, it was just free, and it was LeBron James. So
Yeah.
that's why people liked it.
Did they
I
ever
like
figure
What was the
out?
damage control?
They
What
gave
did
everyone a
give
free
people
pink
back?
diamond. Like it was like
And-
a Walker code with like
Blake
Magic,
Griffin.
Blake. Yeah, those guys.
Yeah.
Ben Wallace, I think, might have been in there, who was like the worst one,
Jordan
which I
was
hate
there.
to say.
They were all there.
Yep, Jordan. Yeah.
It was that
And
whole
that was a pretty
collection.
good code.
Yeah, I got
I made
the
100,000 off
Magic,
that anyway.
and like he was good. Like that Magic was better than the LeBron. Like I was happier to have him once I got that code, for
I
sure.
feel like there was
Yeah,
something
and
else with
Ben
that code
Wallace,
too.
though.
Wasn't there like 2 or something? I remember getting 2 of the code.
Yeah, there
like,
was an MT code. There was a 20k, 30k, or 50k
maybe that
MT
was
code.
it. Okay.
So everyone, if you guys don't know, like that was the like genuine biggest spike my team had ever had. Was that Christmas week of 2018?
Oh yeah, that shit was
like
crazy.
so many
Yeah.
people because they gave a free MT to everybody. So many people that didn't play my team previously started. Like, I remember that was the real like week that kickstarted Carlos. Like, he rode the momentum off that week for a year.
It was. I just remember that was like crazy. I have never gotten so many like tweets in a day or like everything. It was nuts that day. And again, this was Christmas. This was on actually Christmas. That people were like, everybody was on the game and everything. And oh my goodness, it was chaos. I just
Definitely
remember looking at my
ruined some,
phone.
Like, definitely ruined like some 10-year-old's Christmas when they took
Yeah,
his
some
LeBron
10-year-old
away.
Oh, they
definitely
totally
shed
did.
tears. Some 10-year-olds definitely shed some tears over that.
They ruined a ton of people's Christmas. But people were excited about that, man. I saw so many tweets that day.
What did we get for Christmas last year?
Iverson.
Yeah, it was
Okay.
like Iverson and Richard Jefferson, I think.
Yeah,
Like,
I remember
No,
I was
Jefferson
texting
came
Jacob
out.
at the time.
That John Morant
Jefferson
thing
came
was
out.
around Christmas, wasn't it? Wasn't it?
Oh,
John?
Ja
they-
was in like November. Ja was day one of the season.
They gave a code though, so you could go
Really?
back and get Ja. Because I
Oh,
remember,
that's what it was. They
Yeah,
gave the
because I
code.
remember I
That's-
was worried
'cause I
that I
never
wasn't
got
gonna
it.
get. Yeah, I was in the same boat. I was worried I wouldn't get them.
Yeah.
I was freaking out
Who
when
was,
finally
it
to
that
get
missed,
that code.
who was it that missed on all 6 of the Ja codes? Was that you, Shake?
No,
I
because
remember
I got him
somebody
on.
didn't-
I got him on
someone-
Christmas. I got him on Christmas. That's when
Someone
I
who
got him.
didn't get someone didn't get Baron Davis because they missed out. There was 6 Ja locker codes, and every Ja locker code had a 50-50 chance of getting Ja.
I remember people
And someone
saying
missed
I
all
think
6
I
of them and didn't
remember
get. I
someone
can't remember who it
missing
was.
that,
Someone
yeah.
didn't get Baron Davis because they couldn't get Ja in the locker code.
Well, in the end,
It
they
might have
didn't
been
miss
They didn't
Michelle.
out.
miss out on much though.
They didn't
Like,
miss
we all
out
thought
on
Baron
much. That
Davis
Baron
was gonna be a
Davis
god,
No,
but he
was the
really
biggest
wasn't.
letdown of last year, probably.
I don't even know if I ever used that card. I might have
So
used it in
what-
like
It
one
wasn't
video.
great.
That's it.
What do you think was the worst concept? 2K combining luck-based ball drops with grinding to get a card, or 2K combining paying with grinding for Phil Jackson and stuff?
I think the luck-based ball drops. Those were that was tough. I hated
imagine
that.
imagine grinding
Yeah,
like
'cause that's
25
like
hours
orange,
needed and missing out because of a ball drop.
And having to get
That's
that
orange,
in limited.
that's infinitely
That was like
worse.
sneaky bad. Having to get one of those cards from limited from the boards after. That was awful. Oh my god.
They all showed up in limited. They weren't in limited initially.
I remember I had to play like 18 games one weekend and it was so bad. Like they were full
funny.
games. Oh, it was bad.
I'm being stalled. I'm playing against some dude in limited right now. He has paused the entire timer. It's 0-0, so I'm not going to get the win. And he's just he was just screaming the full words of SMD for like 30 his last 30 seconds. And then with 1 second to go in the pause timer, he's back. So once
It's
he
crazy
ready
how
pauses, once he's
toxic
gone.
people are online. Oh my goodness. When I got KG that night, I just was like, yo, let me chill. Let me play some triple threat. Like I did my stream and everything. And I literally got people screaming on the mic at me in like 7 or 8 straight games. And I was like, yo, what is wrong with people? Like one dude beat me by like 2 points and he's like just grabbed the mic and started screaming into it. Like,
Hey,
and he was just like, you did all this
That
for
was
this
mean
card
as well.
and like you lost, like all this stuff. And I was like, bro, you beat me by like 1 basket. Like what? If you miss that shot, I'm gonna score on the other end. You lose. Like what?
They'll just say, get a wife, or you spend so
Get a
much
wife.
money.
Can't
Like,
touch grass.
Yeah.
It was crazy, man.
It's almost like the same. It's the same thing every time. I still can't forget. Like a few months ago, I was using like 3 reward cards. It was like Diamond, Kyrie, like Glenn Robinson, and some other reward card like Surge. And the guy got on the mic and he's like, "Oh, your Hoff credit card. You just spent all your money on this game to get these players." I'm like, dude, these are literally reward cards. It's just
that's my
anything.
go-to now when I'm using my budget squad. All right, buddy, Hoff credit card. I'm over here with my budget squad.
Yeah, why are you using Ha-Sung Jin? Like,
because he's glitchy. He's better than all my other players. I stuck a shoe on him. He has 99 strength, 99 rebounding, 90.
And he is also 9 foot tall.
And he's massive. Have you ever paint mashed with him? He's insane. I've been doing it to Dave Robinson. Oh my goodness, he's so good.
I don't care about the guys that it says some people are 7'7". The biggest player in the game is Ha-Sung Jin.
He can even shoot. He can even shoot minis, and he weighs like it seems like he weighs like 400 pounds. He's huge. He is literally massive. I find it funny to use him too after like that whole situation that day, like when it leaked that he came out, and someone tweeted me it, but they like the way they phrased it was so confusing, and I don't know. You saw the tweet of that guy that day, DBG.
Yeah.
And I just thought that was so funny because he like just tweeted me and it was like, "Here player coming," and I'm like, "What? What does this mean?"
And he was just like, "Oh, what was it?" It wasn't even translated. It was just something Korean.
It was the Twitch stream of the actual player.
Oh yeah, it was just a video of it was a video of the guy like playing 2K. He's like, "Here's the player we're getting," or something like that. And like, I'm sure I was looking at it, like looking
for the card, and I'm like, "What is the card in the video?" And the entire time he's talking about the streamer, and I'm like, "Dude, I was so confused because I didn't see the leak in the morning, so I was like." Bro, I don't know what you're talking about. Like, you're speaking gibberish to me, dude. I don't know. I'm watching a Korean guy, and I don't know what he's saying, and you're telling me this is my team league, and I'm like, dude, what is going on?
Are you telling me you don't speak Korean?
I don't speak Korean. Crazy, I know. I don't speak Korean.
I was under the impression you did.
That's where he was wrong. Like if it was, he just assumed you spoke Korean. Like,
I just had no clue. Like, I don't even like. Again, I've never actually seen. What is his name? Is it Ha-Sung Jin? I don't even know. What's his actual name?
Or according to 2K, Ha-Sung Jun. I've
never seen him play. I don't know. I didn't even know.
I don't think he did play. Well, if he did, it was for like 5 minutes.
He played pretty much as much time in the NBA as Yuta.
I've never seen him. I've seen Yuta play though. I've never seen this guy play. So when he tweeted me a Twitch streamer link, I'm like, yo, that would be like someone tweeting me my link and being like this player come game, like the way he phrased it, I'm like,
this player.
Like I'm in the game now. Like what? Like I don't know. It was so confusing.
It's about time that you just put Rado into the game.
They need to. He's like the only person that actively.
The team he was on are in the game, and he's just not in the roster.
He literally tweeted at them and was like, "Hey, I want to be in the game, guys. I played the game. Like, can I have a card? I am a former NBA player. Put me in." And they just nothing.
But he was part of a Phoenix team that's in historic rosters, and he's one of the Joe Smiths. And it's not even like he would do it for free. Don't even have to pay him.
No.
Being one of the Joe Smiths on the classic rosters is nuts. Like that's.
But like most of the Joe Smiths are for people that 2K don't. 2K like say like the Brandon Roys of the world, the 2K haven't paid for their rights. This guy wants to be in the game, and he's a Joe Smith.
I've seen that situation with MLB The Show too. Like, there's a guy who wanted to be in Diamond Dice. I think it was like Dontra Willis. I still don't know if they actually put him in the game, but he was tweeting from his verified public account, like, "Yo, put me in the game," and like they just didn't. I don't know if he was in it this year, but I know he was doing that like for a couple of years. So
speaking of Rod, just came through with the sub. Appreciate that. They definitely need him.
That's funny.
Yeah, they definitely need him.
Right on cue.
There's no reason for him not to be in the game. Like even like they can promote that. Like he will. There's a guarantee the day he comes out, he will stream it. And it's good PR for 2K being like, oh, this former player is playing using himself in the game. Like that would be one of those articles that gets picked up by the mainstream media outlets. Like that's good PR. Like
yeah, and also if they put him in the game, they have to make him good because we've seen way too many people that are bad, like didn't have much of an NBA presence, like be incredible in game. So he's just got to get like.
I mean, he played more than Ha-Sung Jin did.
He played more than a lot of guys who are in the game. So. They definitely need to give him
That
like a
card-
butter jump shot and stuff.
That card is
Yeah, he's
crazy.
gotta
That
have
card
those
can shoot
98.
mid ranges too. It can do everything, honestly.
He
Like,
can shoot
it
corner
probably
threes
can make-
occasionally.
It probably can. I haven't tried, but it probably can. Like, oh my god, someone was making threes against me in triple threat with Ben Simmons the other day, who has like a 53. I can't. The
His green
difficulty
window's
of triple
so
threat is
big, though.
bad. Oh
Ben,
my God.
Ben Simmons with a 63 pointer. I remember that from 20. His green
He
window.
wasn't even greening it though. He was like just shooting it. Like the releases were
shouldn't happen.
terrible, and they were still going in. The difficulty of triple threat's non-existent. Like if you're missing shots, like maybe time to hang it up, dude. Like it's man.
Yeah, I mean
It's
that
really
Nate Thurman that came out this week with the 63 ball, like people shoot with him like
Oh,
consistently,
captain.
even on Hall of Fame. Like you can like actually
Yeah.
like green like 5 in a row if you know what you're doing. Like it's easy
That's crazy.
with a 63
It's
ball.
crazy the shooting this year. It's so easy. Like it's
That
it's
is-
easier than it's ever been.
I don't say that. 2K21 next gen
was very
was the
easy.
easiest. It was
I
no,
don't know
maybe
why.
that wasn't the easiest, but it was the easiest to green was last year.
Well, you could
This
shoot
year,
from
White-
anywhere
last
inside
year,
a
White's
half
didn't go in,
court.
though.
That's the biggest difference. Last year, you could shoot anywhere inside a half court, and if you had sharp badge, like you could just green like 100% contested, like it was nothing.
Yeah.
So
I
Yeah,
could
I-
green
you got that
last year,
sharp
but not
take.
like this year. This year, man. I
No,
could-
last year was sharp take. Last year was sharp take. You would pass the ball to the corner, and it didn't matter where the defender was. You shot, and it greened.
if they didn't
It would
block
be
it, it
100%
was like
smothered.
it wasn't contested.
You were going to green and 100% smothered. I got to the stage where at the end of the year when I stopped caring, I would intentionally only shoot heavies when I got sharp take.
If you
wow.
watched the
Yeah.
league last year and one of their corners had spot of precision and they caught the ball, if they shot a red with that sharp badge, it was considered a good shot last
Oh
year.
wow, sheesh.
Because
Yeah.
you could just green 100s. Like, well, there's definitely been people who've greened 100s, but
Oh,
like
you could definitely
85s
green
are
100s.
common.
Yeah.
I've
You
only
green
seen mostly
100s on
up to
20
40
too.
this year. I see about like 30 to 40 is like the most you can really green. It seems like.
Yeah, well,
Like,
I
well,
don't
that's
really
'cause
see
there's,
anything
like,
higher
consistently.
anyways. Even if you get like a really good contest, normally it just shows like 40 or 50 this year. Like I never really get like
Yeah,
those 80.
Yeah, because the
type
way
of
it works
That's what I'm
this
saying.
year is there's wide open, right? And then there's open, which would have been like a very lightly last year, like a 5. Then the 5s are more like 10s to 15s last year. Like the 5s this year would be like a 10 or 15 last year. That's how it's so when you're greening like a 36 this year, you're probably greening like a 40, 45 last year.
Yeah.
It was
Like the
heavy
way it
contested.
works. The
Anytime I'm
contest-
like,
The
yeah.
contest system this year is weird. But if
It
you're
is
in the
weird.
paint, anything can go in. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
paint is bad.
Like
man.
I've
It's
seen
bad.
100s go in the paint.
Oh yeah. And they don't even time it either. Like the paint is paint's anyone's game, bro. Like it's a nightmare. The paint mashing is crazy, man.
Yeah.
But
it's
yet I still
definitely-
think it's pretty decent gameplay compared to like
It's
last
it's
year.
the best we've had in a long time. One thing I will say about paint mashing is like I don't know, is it the lesser of two evils? Like, do we want it so that no one ever makes a layup? Because we know that if paint mashing gets patched,
Not really.
no one will ever make a layup.
Oh, if
Again.
they ruin layups, the scores of games are going to be like 35 to 35 because that's like one
Yeah.
of the few ways people are scoring right now because it's not that easy to get open through like dribbling and stuff this year. Screens don't work as good as they have in previous years. So if they try and make
Defense
it
is
harder,
solid now.
yeah, if they make it harder to score in the paint, like it's going to be like 30 to 30. It's going to be like a normal game online.
Yeah, I
These
just
are
had
the only way
somebody
people score against me. Like
I
everyone.
I just
like,
had
I just
somebody
can't- ugh, I hate screens.
make paint mash me with Vin Baker, paint bash my Hall of Fame intimidator DeAndre Ayton with Vin Baker and make a 96% contest
Oh yeah.
with Hoff Intimidator.
Yeah.
Does Intimidator do anything this year?
You miss dunks.
Barely.
That's what it does. You miss dunks with it. Like players will miss dunks occasionally. That's what I've noticed.
I heard
Like,
that
like if someone's trying to dunk on you and you're down there, even in the vicinity, there's a lot more missed dunks this year.
you know how you get
There's
a
a lot
lot
of
of 3-point fouls when someone shoots a 3-pointer and you get called for
Oh,
a
that's
foul
bad,
like
too.
all the time. I
That's
heard
bad.
that has to do with Intimidator. Like apparently
I think it
those
does.
fouls are like Intimidator jumps is like what causes
It always
those.
lights up when I foul someone like that. I do it like once or twice a game, damn near. It's awful because I want to actually contest it, and guys are always chucking shots with their centers from 5 out. So I'm always jumping with KG, who has Hall of Fame Intimidator. So I'm fouling jump shooters like crazy this year.
Yeah, then if you try and close it with the right stick, it's like you get like a 5%
doesn't do
contest
anything.
or something. So you
Yeah.
just got to pick like, do I risk the foul or do I just let him shoot? Pretty much.
I usually risk the foul, yeah, because if not, they're making it every time.
What do you think is the worst 2K we've had gameplay wise? for you guys?
I'd say 18 hands down.
18.
Like 18
It's
was
definitely
kinda
18.
worst.
I knew night 1, hour 1 that 18 was brutal. I remember that so bad. Like, it was awful. That was the worst launch night. The servers were bad. The game, like, we actually had the game early because of the Walmart stuff. But man, I remember 18. Like, when I was playing it that first night, I was like, man, this is worse. And 17 was really good too. That's what I think made it so bad. Oh my god.
We didn't like 70 at the time though.
I liked 17 at the time. I always did. I love 17. 17 is one of my top probably 3.
I didn't mind
Really?
17, but I wasn't like playing it like a whole lot. Like that's the thing. Like I still play at that point. I played like not that much. So the times I did play on 17, I thought was cool. That was the first year we had like a good Giannis. So that's what I liked about that. I was like, this Giannis is crazy in 17.
Compared to now, I guess we didn't play that much because like you do like one, you know, like what was it called back then? Road to the playoffs. Like it'd be like 30 games or something. Now, like 30 games doesn't even get you to the Pink Diamond League. Like
people finished Road to the Playoffs, all prestiges, after 2 weeks.
Oh yeah,
2K17.
Like
it's actually crazy that those games got played as much as they did for as little there was to do in them. Like it's crazy that like people like kept making videos and stuff because right now, like if they had that little content, I feel like people would just quit playing. Like if they didn't keep updating things.
There was novelty. Every year they passed on. Like 2K17 was so much better than 16 in terms of stuff to do.
I think it was. I don't know. Like they had the new triple threat that was new that year.
Yeah.
What else was new?
No, it wasn't.
Gauntlet was.
I thought it was.
They just renamed the Gauntlet.
Or maybe did they make it so you can actually pick your players or something?
No,
something was.
They
new.
just renamed. They renamed everything. Do you not remember that year? They renamed
did they
Road
take
to
the
the
board
Playoffs.
away? I don't know. It seemed like they changed a little thing every year. Like they changed something.
But in 17, they renamed Road to the Playoffs to MyTEAM Online, and then they renamed Gauntlet
MyTEAM Online.
to MyTEAM Black stuff. They literally just renamed stuff. The game was the same. And then they stopped putting new cards in MyTEAM Blacktop as well, so you couldn't do what you used to do in the Gauntlet and constantly just refresh till you got to use the new players.
The card collector level was nice that year. I like that. The Kobe and everything.
Yeah.
That was nice.
18 was by far the worst because not only did the gameplay suck, Supermax was like the most infuriating thing in the world because you would get like a random number of points. That was my least favorite part about it. It was like a random number of points. +7 for a win, +5 for a win, then all of a sudden you lose a game and it'd be like -350. Like that was just terrible. The worst.
The worst part about that was it was like you could win like 25 games to get into the Pink Diamond tier. But then you will be in the Pink Diamond tier. So if you decide to put down the controller and never play the mode again, you will get the reward. But if you played a game and lost, it would take you another 10 games to get back.
Yeah,
it literally encouraged you to put down the controller and stop playing.
I don't know whose idea that was, but that I don't think they have a job still. I'm gonna guess. That's not what they want you to do. They want you to play the game a lot now. I don't know if you've noticed by how many things they want you to do. They want you to stay on the game like 24/7.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, I know engagement is like at a all-time low this year.
Is it?
They took all the fun out of the game. That's
I
so
saw
like
them-
there are not.
I saw them
you can
tweet
tell-
some things that like disagreed with that, which was weird.
No, like you can tell there's a direct correlation. Like, you can tell on Google Trends everything. There's a direct correlation between views, how people are talking about, and the actual relevance of the game. Like it's not like saying like people thought 20 was ass, people thought 21 was ass, but like there were times in 21 it was evidently like people cared. Nobody's playing this game right now. People just aren't playing. That's the thing. Like this is the one year I will say where it's like it's not even that people are saying this game's ass. It's just people just aren't having fun. That's where like my whole thing is. Like no one seems to be having fun playing this game anymore.
I think
myself included.
Today was a good day though. I'll say out of all days, today was a good day. Like I was excited to get off work and get Steve Francis. Like that was like one thing I'm like, okay, cool. Like I know
this is the first time all season they added some fun stuff. By the way, this is the first day of like all season we got some stuff that wasn't just packs.
Yeah,
you're not even lying. That is literally the first time since DeAndre Jordan, and say since the start of the season that we've gotten the card.
And we're like 4 weeks into the season, by the way. So
yeah,
it's pretty bad.
I would rather not see them release 7 cards on a Friday, and then they're not going to release anything for at least another week. Yeah. I would rather see them spread it, but I'd rather see...
You'll be lucky if you get something within the next month that's free.
No, there'll be a lifetime event. There will be at least one lifetime event this season.
They'll ramp it up with December, because December becomes holiday month, and people get money, and people want to spend money on the game. They'll ramp it up.
Black
Friday's coming.
Yeah, Giannis is next week.
Yeah,
that's
Black Friday.
Like, that is, if there was ever something that I could bet on, it's the fact that because there was no moment Giannis card. I thought Giannis was
The
coming
fact
today.
that you can bet on
Giannis isn't coming today,
is
which means
always
it's
gonna
1
be
million
Giannis.
percent next week.
Probably going to bring limited edition back for next week. That's probably what they're going to do again. The pink diamond guaranteed in packs. They're probably going to do that.
No, I think they're
They're
gonna
the most expensive packs.
Or signature series,
Signature.
like signature series.
Giannis, I think.
It's
Think
like,
so?
I mean, I'll tell you one
And then-
thing. It's surely not gonna
Oh no,
be.
it's pre 250. It'll be promo. It's pre 250. It'll be promo.
Think so? I wouldn't be mad about it because today it felt like Groundhog Day seeing Flash again. I was like, didn't we just get Flash? Like literally yesterday, it felt like. Like it feels like
keep
No,
putting out
like they
Flash.
know flashbacks make them a lot of money though, because people gas up glitch cards like no tomorrow.
People love
Yeah.
glitch cards.
I mean, we're on
I mean,
pace
that's
right
why
now to
it's
get
actually-
24. We're on
The
pace right
last-
now to get 24 Flash sets for the year. If they keep the pace set that they're at right now, we're on pace to get 24 Flash sets.
They'll just stop randomly at somewhere. They'll be
Oh,
like,
they
okay,
have
one more
to.
Flash.
It's been 9 weeks or 10 weeks, and we've got 4 Flash.
Yeah,
That's a lot of
every
Flash.
other week, pretty much on average, like every other
Oh my
week.
God. I mean, I don't mind the Flash packs. Like, some of the cards have been pretty good, so.
No,
Yeah.
the actual
Glitch cards.
packs are fine. It's just excessive.
Yeah, it is. So
There is an excessive amount of flashbacks.
Yeah, I want to see retro again. Retro last year was like the coolest.
Why
Retro
new
was
stop
the
retro?
greatest
I don't know why
new
they stopped
promo
retro.
ever
They
came
obviously
up with.
didn't make enough sales. Like, there's
I
no
feel like
other
we
reason.
didn't get a lot of the
No,
good
it wasn't
cards
like
either.
they
Like,
put
we didn't.
bad cards in those. They put really good cards in them.
I feel like there was a lot missing though. Like a lot of like good opportunities to like hit in the nostalgia, and they really like I don't know. I feel like they missed on a lot of them.
There was like one
gotta-
retro drop where I was like, I personally hardly remember using any of these cards. There was like
Yeah,
a few like the first couple. I was like, okay, I remember some of these cards, you know. But like, I think it might have been the last one. If they did 3, it might have been the last one where I was like, I don't remember using any of these. Like honestly,
There was only like 3 or 4 of them. I think
There were some really weird ones in retro, like Amethyst Bismack Biombo from 2K16. I was like, I remember the
Yeah,
card.
like-
He wasn't good.
But like no one used that then. That's why I'm like, what? Like, why are we not getting like? Did they do Zach Levine? Did they do his Zach Levine?
No,
I don't even know.
That
Like, why are we
would've
not
been
getting
huge.
cards like that or like 2K13 like Del Curry or LeBron or something?
Or
Like,
Onyx T-Mac, like Onyx
Yes,
T-Mac
or
would have been
that.
huge. People would have lost their minds for an Onyx T-Mac or Kobe. They didn't do one Onyx 2K15 card, I don't think.
They did, Derrick Rose.
Okay, but
Oh,
that
there's
wasn't
like
even
a
like one of the
Derrick
popular ones in 2K15. Like
He
honestly,
was.
Was he? See, I didn't
Like,
really go
yeah.
crazy for him.
Their Rose was pretty popular, yeah. When that Onyx came out, that was pretty big.
Yeah.
I just remember mostly Onyx T-Mac and Kobe being the big.
The Kobe was pretty big too.
I
yeah.
hated that Onyx Kobe with a passion. I made a
It was
video.
pretty good.
One of my
was
very
good.
first videos was Onyx Kobe actually sucks. Stop hyping this card up.
It was expensive. That was 800K.
He
for low.
sucked.
Trying to
You did get
tactically
retro
downgrade
maybe?
since day one. Since day one, you've been trying to get those budget ballers out there.
Hell no, I used T-Mac. I used Jordan. I had the best team in the game in 2K15. I did the Shake and Bake MT method. Like, so I had all the best players. I just thought he sucked.
Duh, we cooked
Oh
up
yeah,
with
we
them.
did. We got NBA 2K16 retro Levine. We got
Yeah, I
the
was
wrong
gonna say,
retro Zach
How
Levine.
did-
The
yeah, we got
silver
the wrong
one is the one
Like,
people remember. Like the silver
Yeah, we
one
got
is
the-
the Zach Levine.
We got the Dunker
We got the
All-Star one or
2K16.
something.
We got the 2K16 dunk contest winner one that nobody
Yeah.
cared about.
Yeah, that's exactly
Like,
what I
even
mean.
when that happened, that was a good dunk contest, but like I don't think the cards like really were that great. Like I don't
No,
remember.
they weren't.
Like,
Aaron Gordon
crazy.
Aaron Gordon's card was better than the best card that weekend was Karl Anthony Towns. They gave an absolutely juiced up Karl Anthony Towns skill challenge winner card that weekend. That was the only one of those cards that mattered. And then obviously we got West. I think we got a West. Was it that year? I think
Paul
No,
George
Westbrook
and
made
Westbrook.
All-Star.
Wasn't that Paul
No,
George
that-
and Westbrook?
it was
Was that
Paul
the next
George
year?
was one. Paul George, Anthony Davis.
He was the MVP, I
can't
think,
remember.
of that game.
Yeah.
He was the
It was
MVP.
Paul George, Anthony Davis, and we might have got Westbrook. Westbrook was 2K17, I think, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, Westbrook was 17 with Porzingis and some other
Yeah.
cards.
Jeez, that
Shaq, I think,
Porzingis.
maybe. That
He
was
was
cool.
so
I
good.
pulled that card. I remember pulling that card. I don't remember pulling a lot of cards, but like I remember pulling that one specifically that weekend. And it was going for a ton. Oh my god.
Anyway, I opened packs in 17, which is mad. I'm trying to think when I stopped opening packs.
I
Like
think 17 was the most packs I've opened. Oh my god.
actually, no, I opened packs to start last year. What am I talking about?
I mean,
opened a ton of
hardly.
packs.
Like what? Once maybe? Once or
I opened
twice?
600 quid worth of packs.
Oh, okay.
Not that much. I'm gonna be honest. That's not that much.
Yeah, those are
It is
rookie
for me.
numbers. You got to pump those
Been in
up.
deeper than that.
I see there are YouTubers that open that like on a weekly now.
A
Like, there are a
weekly
couple
basis,
guys.
yeah.
I don't understand how
that was
people
getting
can.
AR.
I don't understand how people can keep funding that. Like,
I have no clue. I really don't.
Like, not I think that anyone, like, I can't afford to do that, and I'm probably pulling in the most views in my. Well, not probably. I am pulling in the most views of anyone on my team. I'm just like,
I've been able to, but again,
I mean-
even if I was able to now, I wouldn't. It's just a waste of money in my opinion. It's a huge waste. Like, even though you're making money off the views, it's just a waste, man. It's just a waste.
I mean, there's people. Think about it. There's people that probably are still paying off credit card bills from opening those packs of 17 that we were just talking about. Like, people have definitely gotten into bad credit card debt over this game, which is, I don't know.
I used my card because it was a PlayStation card or whatever, I think. Or was I on even? I think I was on PlayStation that year. I don't even know. But I had my credit card up to like $3,000, and I just paid it off. But like, not everybody's just got $3,000 to pay it off. You know, not everybody can do that. So
the most I've ever spent in a year was like $1,000, and every cent of that was on PCMT in 2K19.
I think I spent in 2K17 like $5,000 or $6,000. It was a lot. It was a big number.
Or no, yeah, 2K19 or 20. One of them I spent like it was about $1,000, but I bought like hundreds of millions of MT. Like, and I'm not exaggerating. I may have bought like 300 million MT that year.
What's that get you on a PC market? Like maybe a couple rubies? Or like, I don't even know how the PC market works. I know it's crazy.
Actually, 2K19 I didn't actually buy that much because I had like 18 Ben Wallace cards stocked up from remember the glitch where if you bid on a card and someone else bid on the card disappeared. Started 19.
Oh God,
I do remember that. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I do.
Yeah, so I had like 18 Ben Wallace cards sitting there, and at one stage he was going for 10 million on PC because he was extinct. So I literally, anytime I wanted 10 million, I just put up a Ben Wallace. I got 180 million from one. I got 1.8 million worth of Ben Wallace and got 180 million for it.
That's nuts.
That's actually
the PC version of the game is crazy. Like
the PC, I would load up sometimes and come up against 5 Go Kareems. Like,
that was hilarious.
Somebody's got to make videos on that. They hardly do. Like, I feel like
no, it's really difficult to do that. I tried to do the 5 Go Kareem. It's actually really difficult.
I tried to do videos on the PC version last year. It's not fun, not pleasant. Especially because it's last gen too. I don't even know. I can't go back to last gen. I'm good. Yeah. I'm on next gen for good now. I'm not going back.
I forgot that it's on the old gen.
I switch. I play unlimited on old gen because it's not sweaty.
You know what? I'm not gonna lie. I might eventually switch because every game of unlimited I play now is like I'm playing a 250k tournament game.
There's
like,
it's not
there's
like
millions
last
in the line.
year, like there's really not a huge difference between both games. Like they play pretty similarly.
Well, last year the games were completely different. This year it's like there's differences, but not nearly like last year. Last year, I mean, two totally different.
I'm tempted to go back because the triangle cut.
The only difference, triangle cut, some of the buttons and the way players move. Like, players move different.
Yeah, it's like the old engine.
Like, it's not that big a difference.
It was a huge difference, I remember last year, but yeah, I remember this year everybody was saying, "Oh, there's like it's the same," and I was like, "Is it really? Can it be?" And I was very skeptical of that coming into the year.
Yeah, someone just said in chat, it's like, what's scary? Some people are buying packs with money they don't have just to make content, and that is a scary thing because, like, one thing I will always say is like, you do not need to buy packs to make content, and that's the biggest misconception with my team.
Yeah, no,
I didn't buy a single pack until I had 15,000 subscribers.
Honestly, sometimes the budget videos do better. Yeah, the budget videos do better. Honestly, more people can relate to like budget balling. Like
JD does the no auction, no auction, no money spent.
No money spent. I mean, he does no money spent, but I mean, have you seen his team?
What? Oh, well, that's because he plays the game a lot. I mean, he streams, you know, and he's playing like hours and hours a a day, you know.
Yeah. He sold that DRod for like 5 million or something.
He sold his DRod. He doesn't need MT the rest of the year.
Yeah.
Like, that was me when I did no money spent last year. Like, the first season I had over 1 million MT, and I was like, well, this is kind of like boring. I don't know. It got boring for me. Like, I don't know. I didn't really like it as much. It didn't seem like that fun. Right now I'm having fun with the budget cards though. I am. Like,
you're taking a leaf out of DBG's book.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I like the satisfaction in beating someone who has like the best cards in the game that they clearly spent money on. Like if your team is like multiple guys that are worth like 500, 600, 700k, like you're going like upwards of 3-4 million, then yeah, like I like beating you with sapphires and rubies. That's pretty fun.
Sapphires is crazy. I can run a ruby.
Where's Duarte? Jalen Suggs.
I've been using the Davion Mitchell, really good card.
He's really good.
Yeah, he came out like last week.
I have him fully badged out, and he is a monster. Oh my god, card's crazy.
Might be on something.
The Market Smart is pretty good. That came out today, but he's missing a couple of badges. I noticed that when I was messing with him today. What badges is he missing?
You can only add 3 on a ruby.
He doesn't have. You can only add 3 on a ruby, and he doesn't have Needle Threader. He doesn't have Handles for Days, Hyperdrive, and like some other stuff.
Who's dribbling the ball with Marcus Smart?
He is 6'3", 6'4". Maybe?
He's got some nice dribbles. I was using him today.
He does have.
Once I saw you use him, he's got just enough like dribbling. I don't know. He's pretty solid. So I stuck Hyperdrive and something else on him, but he's missing like 3 or 4 badges, which is annoying.
Literally taking anything I can get when it comes to a point guard that can dribble at this point.
Steve Francis is, I guess, the guy. Hey, I haven't got to use him yet, but
I have him, so it's all good.
I like the shooting, the defense, and just being able to dribble just a tiny bit, just a tiny. I don't need to do tons of dribble moves, but like I need to be able to do a couple crossovers and like behind the back.
How's the Celtics been lately, Shake? I know they got off to a pretty rough start. Hey, I haven't watched them yet.
They are terrible. They are terrible to watch. Root for it's terrible. It's terrible. Oh my goodness, it's awful. Like there are times when I'm watching and I'm just like, I don't think the coach knows what he's doing. I don't think the players know what they're doing. They can't shoot the ball, which makes no sense. Like Jason Tatum has forgotten how to shoot. He's shooting like 28% from 3 this year. Like that's usually how Mark Smart shoots.
Who did they bring in for a coach? Because Stevens left, right, this summer?
He made Udoka. He didn't leave. He got upgraded to GM, which I don't know. It was very weird, but it's just been rough. There are like times where like he just seems like he has no clue. I mean, it's his first coaching gig, but like head coach. But I don't know. I have not been impressed, and I've seen other people saying the same thing. So
how's Peyton Pritchard been doing? Has he been playing? I liked watching him last year.
He's been awful this year. He's been terrible. He broke something in his face, so he's been wearing the mask.
What are you talking about?
He was really good in the summer.
Peyton Pritchard dropped 90 points in a pro-am.
Yeah, that was the summer.
Is he not the next big thing? Is he not the next big thing? He dropped 90 points against guys that are probably a little bit better at basketball than I am. Is that not a sign that he's meant to be the next great player? Like we've been hearing it all the time with Isaiah Thomas.
I know.
Isaiah Thomas dropped 70 in a pro-am.
Isaiah Thomas could come back to the Celtics and probably would average like 15 points a night. Like it's crazy. Like, he's still got buckets. More than some of the guys in the Celtics do.
There's never been a question whether or not Isaiah Thomas can average 15 points a night. It's will he give up 20 on the other end? That's the question.
Yes.
Man.
Is the answer.
Watching him in his prime was so crazy, though. I went to a game against the Pistons in Detroit, and like watching him up close, like seeing him maneuver through the paint was crazy. I have never seen something like that in my whole entire life of watching basketball. Like dudes he would just get to the open spot so effortlessly, and he was so short out there, and it was just like crazy how he could just get to his spots and make the defenders look stupid. Like it was wild.
People don't actually get how good he was. Like they don't.
It's funny. It's funny if he wasn't on a team like that Celtics team. Like I know obviously everyone is like a product of their circumstances. Like if he had stayed in Phoenix for one more year or been traded to somewhere other than Boston, Isaiah Thomas would have been just seen as, oh, do you remember that little guy who scored a couple of points? But it just happened that he had that 1 year. And he had a couple of decent years in that 1 year where they built an entire team of defensive players around him, like what the Sixers did to Iverson back in 2001.
Yeah. When they traded for him, and then like when he came over to the Celtics, he had a couple of really good games, and I was like, dude, this guy should be starting. And I remember I tweeted that summer, I was like, yo, they should start Isaiah Thomas. This guy's really good. And like I tweeted out his numbers, and he actually replied, and he was like, yeah, I hope so, and all that stuff. And like literally after that, like boom, he just went nuts that next year and was so good. Oh my god.
Yeah.
He was insane.
And then of course the playoff game where he had like 53 was like a crazy story too. Like that literally like just insane story.
I remember those games. Though honestly, those are my favorite times as like a Celtics fan. I've seen them win a championship, and watching Isaiah Thomas play has been way more fun, honestly. Like, oh my god, he is just the best. I wish they would re-sign him, honestly, because right now watching is a freaking nightmare.
Well, the
It's
sad part is he
awful.
never got like the contract he deserved. Like, I'm not even sure
Oh,
what
I know,
happened, but
yeah.
like he's made like
That's-
less money in the NBA than like Myers Leonard, like random
He's made
players.
a decent bit of money still, but
Of course,
like,
just not as
what
much
he
as-
should have made for that
No.
1 year alone. Oh my goodness,
Yeah.
it was insane. So I'm hoping he'll get another shot. Like, there's
won't.
so many. He probably won't, but then again, everybody said Melo's not going to get another shot, and he did.
No,
so.
but Melo and
Melo
don't,
has
don't
more
compare.
use.
Don't like
Melo was out
Melo's
at least
six,
for
Melo's
a year and a
6'8".
half. Though he was
Like
he was out for a while.
how few 5'9" players ever make the NBA?
It's not a
How few
lot.
5'9" players post hip surgery, which sapped them of all their athleticism, play in the NBA.
Yeah. How old is he
I
now?
mean, he was
Like 30?
working out. He was working out for teams this summer. Like, he was actually at camps and stuff. So like,
Oh no, of course, teams would try him out. Like he averaged 30
all
a
it,
game.
all it
one
takes
year.
is an injury or two, and then teams
Yeah.
get desperate, and someone will sign him. Or
I think
pick him up.
he
The
will.
only-
Does he play another NBA game? Let's take
Yes,
that too. Does he play
100%,
another NBA
yes.
game? I think
Oh.
yes.
He played a game. He played in a
think
couple
yes.
games last year. Just didn't get a lot of minutes.
Who was it for?
think
The
he played-
Nuggets or something? Was it?
Pelicans. It was Pelicans.
Pelicans.
They picked him up. They had a really rough stretch, and they gave him a couple 10 days, I think.
I wouldn't be
think he
surprised one
plays
bit
the
if he
game.
gets another one of those. I mean, maybe some
Think he
team
will.
just like really stinks and they get a player injured or something and they need someone to plug in. But I don't know, because a lot of teams have been more willing to give their G League players shots lately with like the two-way contracts and stuff. Like that's what the Pistons have
I think
been
the
doing.
Celtics will, honestly. I think the Celtics are an injury two away. Like, from just saying, fuck it. Like, season's over. Like if one of the
Start
two
tanking,
main,
boys.
if Brown or Tatum is done for the year, which at this rate, with our luck, I wouldn't be surprised if something happened. Jaylen Brown's been super injury all of a sudden. Like, he's in and out of the lineup. Robert Williams been in and out of the lineup. Tatum, when he's in the lineup, hasn't been good. So I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if something fucking awful happened and then
Isn't there rumors
season's over.
Tatum wanted out? Or did I dream that?
I don't
Yeah,
think that's
rumors.
been reported yet, but I wouldn't be surprised if it gets reported eventually.
Yeah.
So.
Speaking of Smart, didn't Marcus Smart say something kind of like? Didn't he have like some controversial thing that he said like a couple weeks back?
Oh, yeah.
What did he say after?
So after they lost, he said basically that he wasn't getting the ball enough, and when he's sitting in the corner the whole like fourth quarter, there's not much he can do. And basically, he was saying those guys needed to pass, and people actually broke down that fourth quarter, and they passed a ton. So he was bullshitting basically. Like, I can't. They need to trade him, bro. I'm fully off the Marcus Smart
Marcus
bandwagon.
Smart.
Yeah, drives me nuts.
He's
Even
good in 2K. He's good in 2K.
Good in
though.
2K though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
here's the thing. He plays like that 2K card, except he doesn't have those stats. Like, that's what he plays like in real life. Like that 93 he got? Nah, if that's real life, he really got like a 73 or a 72-3. He's so inconsistent. And like, ugh, drives me nuts.
I mean, do you remember
man.
back in the day when like we thought that Shaq being able to shoot 3-pointers on his
Yeah.
card in July was the craziest thing
Yeah, I
ever?
remember that.
Now we have
Remember
the
when we thought
Kembe
that was
bombing
like,
in
that
September.
was like the peak unrealistic.
Oh god.
And then I just remember in 2K20 we got that shooting Shaq in April, and I was like, "What the hell is going on?"
Yeah. It's and like every year it's gotten like earlier and earlier now.
Yeah.
Some of these cards are flawless.
I wouldn't say
Look
flawless.
Look at George Mikan.
Some of these cards are like
George Mikan
one
was the
thing
best
away from
center.
being flawless. I would say.
George Mikan would have been the best center in NBA 2K19 before that shot came out.
I mean,
Yeah.
Actually,
probably.
no, sorry. He would have been a top 5 point guard in NBA 2K19 before that card came out.
yeah, you could have played the two back then or whatever you wanted to put him.
a lot of the cards they've been releasing like are really good already. Like, we're at a point where like if a player can't do everything, like he's not really that great. Like, even if it's just a
No.
ruby or a sapphire, they're rubies and sapphires that can do everything.
It's always just
Like-
like one. It's like one missing badge. It's like they leave the door open just a little bit. Like on that penny, like okay, he's missing
Yeah.
clamps and a few dribbling badges. Or like on wall, it's like okay, they didn't give him a good dribble style, but it's always just like one thing, which is crazy because right now it should be like 3 things that they can't do or something. You know?
My favorite thing is every year they drop that first penny. Everyone's like, "No clamps. He's unusable. He never has clamps ever."
Yeah.
Opal had to get that Evo in like, I don't know, February of 20 before it actually became usable.
That
Every
Opal was
year.
up before it got the first Evo. That Opal got two Evos, or did it get an upgrade? And it got an upgrade and then an Evo.
It got
like-
an upgrade in Evo.
Before the upgrade, that Opal had like 60 lateral quickness.
It was bad.
It was so bad.
How was
I
Hill
think he
and
was the
DRod?
last one I got.
Was Hill and DRod
Oh,
good
God.
good back then? Because
Oh,
I
Hill
didn't,
wasn't-
I
Hill
didn't
was
get
okay.
those cards.
DRod was good. Hill was
I
okay.
D-Rob was
hated
the best
D-Rob.
center
I
for a
hated him with
while.
the passion. I don't
Steady
know
shooter.
why.
Steady
Mine
shooter
just-
for one.
It was steady shooter, and it was the fact that he always got out rebounded for me. I don't know why. Every time I played him, he's grabbing all these boards, and I'm watching mine, who's just standing there looking at the ball off the rim every time, and he's jumping, and the ball's just going to other people's hands. I hated that David Robinson, bro. Every time I played with him, oh my god, it was awful.
I
And
was,
like they
Jack as
updated him
well.
multiple times too. They gave him that Evo at the end of the year and made him juiced. He still stunk for me. I don't know why.
He still had
had
such, yeah, he still had shooting
They
steady, so he's
upgraded
still.
his steady from like gold to Hall of Fame, but it didn't
I
make
hated
it
that
better.
card. I literally have never
Jack had
hated.
Hall of
a
Fame
love-hate
Steady.
relationship with him as well.
oh, Steady was
I've never hated a card more than
Steady
that.
was
Oh my
horrible
God.
in
Steady was
20.
the bane
It
of
wasn't
my
the
existence.
be-all, end-all last year.
bad.
You would literally just miss wide open because for no reason.
Because of steady.
Yeah, Steady
was
in
awful.
20 was the worst. I don't know what the penalty was for having that badge even at half, but if you had it, we're missing. Like it's
If
just
I
the way
didn't
it was.
green, if it wasn't green, it was not going in for me with David Robinson, which is so
Thankfully,
crazy
20
compared
was
to
late.
now.
Yeah,
low.
the D-Rob we have now is literally almost like on the
Oh my
floor
gosh.
plays similar to like the season 5 XP D-Rob last year. Like, I know it's
He's
stats and
open.
badges
He's
aren't,
not
but
missing. He's
he-
not missing.
yeah,
Like-
he's knocked down. You can shoot it off the dribble with him. Like you can literally like run to the side and pull up with him and green every time.
Like the centers we have this year, like this time last year, I get it. We had Blake Griffin.
That was
We
it,
had
though.
nobody. We had no other good centers in the game other than Blake Griffin. The second best center we had was a 73 3-ball David Robinson. This year we
It's
have
always like
Dolph.
it's the same-
But like this year we fucking
Sorry, go
Dolph,
ahead.
Dolph was
Mike
crazy.
and
Dolph was crazy.
we Dolph, Mike and D-Rob, Marcus All, Arvidas Sabonis. We have
Dikembe
10 centers that are we're all in the second best.
Dikembe was
KG
Dikembe. Oh my god.
Dikembe was better than that Rudy Gobert. So I know you love that card, Shake.
Oh yeah, it
But
definitely
he
was.
came-
No, it definitely.
he
is.
came out in
It's way more
December.
comp.
Yeah.
People are still
December.
using him. People are still using the comp guys. Like some of them are still using him.
Dikembe.
I still play him like half my team games, and people are 5-outing with him. Like it's crazy.
Because he can paint mash. He actually blocks shots.
God,
and,
so annoying.
He sets some of the best screens. It's almost impossible. Like it's almost
Yeah.
impossible to get screens to work consistently, but he's one of the few that actually sometimes can. Like actually
I don't know
set
what he
big
goes
ones.
for, but he's a really good card.
Anthony Simons is the best screen setter in the game. Debatable.
Day
you
one.
haven't, Shake. Dale has seen plenty of times Anthony Simons. When I just say fuck it, I'm gonna start setting screens with Anthony Simons.
the old 1-2 with
That's
the PG.
Yeah,
1-2,
Unstoppable.
2-man.
But
yeah.
saying like it's the same every year, going back to you saying there's so many centers, there's always like one position they just neglect for like the first 3 months.
Point guard was it
Because
this year?
it's kind of like
Until
this year it's
today.
kind of point guards
Until
that can
today.
actually
It was
move.
point cards, I thought. Yeah.
Until
No, it's
today.
not.
Today we
No,
got
it's not.
4
They just
usable
keep giving
point
us
There's
guards.
cold
good point
point guards.
guards, but yeah,
There's
but
one
there's no
pink diamond
point
shoot-
guard that can move.
Clyde Drexler is the second pink diamond shooting guard in the game after Mitch Richmond.
Yeah.
It
Yeah,
doesn't
I
feel
don't
like
care
shooting
about
guards
my
that
shooting
bare
guard
though,
as long as
because
they
some
can
of the
hit wide
diamonds are
open.
so good. Like Clay
The
feels like a
diamonds have been
pink
crazy.
diamond.
Clay's literally the best card in the game. That is the best card in the game. Like every time I play him, he is
And
unstoppable.
Kobe,
Oh my
Kobe
God.
for a diamond too feels like he's good enough to be a pink diamond. Like people still run Kobe a lot. Zach LaVine's actually really decent. Like the diamond shooting guards are good though. That's the thing. Like, but the point
Have you-
guards up until now, it's just like you're running like dudes like Gary Payton and Jason Kidd, which is, I mean, defensively they're great, but you know,
Dude, just run around screens with that Klay Thompson, bro. That card is a nightmare, bro.
Clay's
I played a dude
Clay's
on.
so
I
good.
played a dude in triple threat who went this way, this way, this way, this way. Called 7 screens into possession, and then zigzagged me twice and ran to the basket with quick first step. And I was just like, I'm done. Like I closed the PlayStation. Like it was bad, bro.
Somebody's-
And then that guy
somebody's-
tweeted me the next day too, by the way. And he started making Twitter accounts telling me that he beat me. Like bragging. I was like, bro.
Like who cares? Honestly, like that's my whole thing. Is like if someone beats me, like if someone
Congrats.
actually beats me, like whatever, fair enough, you beat me, congrats. Like, but it's like the worst is Do you ever get these, Shake, where people that did not play you come in and be like, "You suck. I beat you by 30."
Yep.
It's like every game. I was like, I don't play this game for enjoyment. I assume you're probably similar, Shake. Most of you play is on stream, is it?
Yeah, I mean, I do like playing Unlimited off stream with just music in, just because like it's pretty competitive and like I don't know, I like competing, but like I also it's a little bit more relaxing when I'm on stream. I'm getting sniped,
Yeah,
and like it's just like oh man, it's multitasking, which I'm not good at. So I do actually play a decent bit of Unlimited and like TTO off stream, just because I don't know, I like listening to music and shit.
The funniest thing happened the other day, DBG. You used my account for a gameplay on I forget even who or whatever, but like right after like I got off of work and started playing, and somebody DM'd me and said, "Is this DBG?" Like, dude, we're like you were clearly not in Europe right now. Yeah, you're clearly not in Europe right now, and DBG would never have this username.
I bet I am. I Ben Wallace.
Like, yeah, people just love to be content creators if they can. Getting sniped or
I get it. I do get it. Like,
man, it's
I
crazy.
I remember back in the day, I thought I'd be Caldy because there was a guy who Caldy always used to use his account. This is before I even knew what the servers were a thing. I thought I'd be Caldy, and I'm so happy.
That's funny. Like, oh my goodness, I get people who freak out again. Like, they get on the mic and they get so toxic. Like, oh my god, I beat a dude the other day, and he was like, "Bro, your YouTube sucks," and like all this shit, and I'm just like, okay, like I'm like all right.
I'm currently playing a guy. I'm currently playing a guy whose kit or his arena is the 2K gamer arena, so I can guarantee you if I lose, it'll be.
You're gonna get a screenshot. Oh,
it'll be on the forums in no time.
You're gonna get like bombarded with tweets until you respond to this person, or you block them or mute them, ignore them. Like,
no, he's gonna. They go. The forum guys stick to the forums. Thankfully.
Oh, that's how it goes with me though. I played a guy the other day who like if someone's doing some crazy insane shit, I always look up their game tag because I know they posting on Reddit, they doing some crazy shit, they tweeting at me. Like I played a dude the other day who was post hook cheesing. This is a thing. I don't know if you've played anyone who does this.
Oh,
like literally,
can you do it?
They're shooting hook shots every single possession of the game. And they're greening every fucking time. It's awful.
I need to learn how to do that.
Sounds
if
like
you let the CPU, it's bad. The hook cheese is real this year. It's so bad.
People on the park were greening threes.
Yeah, I've seen it on park. So
greening three hook shots.
The post scores.
It's
just
bad on my team.
Things.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
He was doing it with.
Honestly, DBG, I think your ideal team is people who all have post takeover. Because it's ridiculous the stuff they hit.
Oh,
and it could be like
over.
40s too. That'll be green.
Yeah, but if you start getting post hooked, just realize they're gonna keep doing it every time. You can't let the CPU defend it either. The CPU.
Oh no, you can never. That's how I knew to be tight.
Defend it yourself. But I jump and the dude still hits. I need to upload the video of it. It's gonna go up on YouTube, so you'll be able to go watch it. But man, he greened like my game lagged. I don't know. Do you guys get lag spikes every now and then? Like, it only happens like once, twice a game, maybe, where my game will just do the fast forward thing where it'll stop. I'll run out of bounds and it'll fast forward to catch up.
It only happens when I need to shoot. Like, it only happens when I really need a 3 and I go to shoot the ball. Like, the worst times.
Yeah, it's always
once
the
or
worst
twice a
possible
game for me.
time.
Yeah, it's always the worst possible time is when it happens to me.
Like an absolute game winner, wide open, lag spike.
Yeah, it's always like the most inconvenient times. But then, like, I still got back into play and was on defense, and I put my hand up, I jumped, almost block him, and he greens it. It was like it was like in the 60s or 70s, and I was like, dude, I was done there. Like, he just kept greening them. It was nuts, man.
One of those days you just gotta turn off the PlayStation and keep it
moving.
Like,
so
post
the sweat and Unlimited's crazy.
Centering post hooks last year was the most AIDS tactic ever.
With the cream, it was silly with the sky hook, like
yeah.
But it wasn't even that. Like, do you remember when the game I nearly beat Ty with the like bomb squad because I was just post hooking with Magic Johnson?
Was that when you guys did like the first wager for your beer?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we saw it in 250 too. Like that one game that went to 4
OT. You were there as well.
The 4 OT
post hook game.
Yep. Wasn't that dude just didn't he say like he couldn't time things or something because of a connection or something? I don't even know. He had a reason for doing that too, I thought he said.
I thought it was so
No.
hilarious when that happened because, like, the week before, they gave everybody that hook specialist Hoff badge or whatever. And
yeah,
I remember
yeah,
Shake
they
was
gave
like,
everyone
"Oh, looks like
hooks for free."
somebody found use for their top key
Oh my
hooks."
God.
I just
Oh
thought
my
that was so funny because they just kept doing it with magic, like
Every time. Oh, my
hilarious.
But like every single time it went to overtime, it was the same thing. It was the exact same thing. It was just one person would dribble out the clock and on the buzzer. Every single time, post hook with Magic Johnson.
Yep.
No, the worst was they were post hooking with Luca, who had like a 50 post hook, but because they had the badge, he was green.
From like 15, 20 foot out too. They weren't even getting close to the hoop. It was like deep
telling you.
hooks.
It's
Free
broken
throws.
this year too. It's broken this year. We're gonna see
Yeah,
it with all
dude.
these centers. Like
Really
once people
bad.
start finding out and they start doing it more, oh my goodness, it's bad. Like it's just as bad as like people zigzagging behind screens. Like it's awful. Oh my god. Yeah, the high screens are what kills me the most about my team. I don't know. I've watched tutorials on how to stop the screens, how to get around the screens, how to hedge them, how to not do this, how to do that. Everything I try, it never works. No matter what I do, dude can use I can have Hall of Fame badges, the fastest players, the slowest, the biggest.
You have to make a read.
Do you have AK-47?
You have to make a read, but if I make the read every time, they either just don't hit the screen and then they're just wide open this way, or like I used AK for a little bit. He was pretty good. But
Yeah, put AK on their dribbler and like he will never touch a screen. Like he just has something in him where like he'll just literally like go right over top of it or right underneath it. Like AK like will not touch a screen.
All those big bodied locks, like the tall guys, they do not hit screens. It's
Yeah,
hard.
you can't use like Gary Payton will get like sucked up by a screen or like any of those smaller guys, but if you put like AK on their ball handler, like they'll actually get around it.
To be
Gerald
fair,
Wallace
when
does a
I
decent
play the
job getting
game,
through it.
I play the game. I can't get anyone to touch the screen, so I don't know. Maybe that's just
I just
me.
used Anthony Simons is the only player I've used this year to hit screens. And like I know I've been joking, but like I'm being dead serious with that. He is the only one that consistently hits screens.
My triple threat line. I was about to be. all
And guys will
point
do it.
guards at
They'll
this
call a
point.
screen until the screen works too. It's not like they're just calling it once. They're calling a screen. And if you get through it, they're calling it again and again and again
Oh,
and
that's
again.
me.
Like
I'm just saying,
high screen every time. Oh my
when
God.
we get all tall players, everything the game's gonna be switch everything. With the way the AI plays, switch everything is going to be the most
I
edge
don't-
defense you will ever
Every
see.
time I put switch everything, it doesn't seem like they switch properly. Half the time they just decide we're not switching, which makes no fucking sense.
Or they'll switch
Like,
at
I'll
the
hop in
worst
the bid.
time.
Yeah,
They'll switch
or-
at the worst time when they do it.
I
That's my
tried
problem.
switching everything the other day. It just was not working. Like half the time they would do it, and then half the time they would just be like, "Fuck it, I'm staying on the point guard." And I'm like, "You're not getting
The
through
worst is in
screen."
TTO. The only way you can guard a screen is by off balling in the
Edging
opposite
over.
corner. You
Or
can't
that
edge over
too,
because
yeah.
someone's wide open. You have to literally off ball and let the
You have to
AI
off ball.
players guard the screen.
Yeah, if guys are driving and kicking, you have to off ball, or else you're gonna lose. Like every time.
It's not even that. If you hedge up, the guy under the basket's open. If you don't hedge up, the shooter's open. If they pull back.
I just blitz
Like,
them.
it's
I blitz them and try and steal the ball. That's the only thing I've found that works.
Yeah. I just let them switch. Like I don't use guards playing TTO anymore. Like,
Now
you
you have
can't
to
use guards in that game.
Your smallest player today was like Melo.
You have to
Yeah,
use
that was my
Melo,
point guard.
Gerald Wallace, and then Kevin Garnett or something. That's what I've been using.
If you use
Yeah,
a guard, you
Garnett
still
too.
have to
There's a game
outscore
with
them.
Steve Francis.
I think I used Dolph, AK, and Melo before, and that was a good duo. I probably lost like 2 out of 30 games. So
You can make Clay work because Clay can actually hold a little bit of defense.
yeah,
you can
Clay.
make Clay
No,
work.
Clay works. He's the best card in the game. That card is insane.
Yeah, would you say Clay is the best card in the game? Like
I
I
would,
think you
100%.
might be correct.
100%.
Because he's so much better than every other two
Yeah.
guard.
quick first step, clamps, just a crazy combo.
As
And
it
then he has a
sounds-
couple other Hall of Fame badges that are good too. Doesn't he have like Dimer or some shit too? I don't know. He's got his Hall of Fame badges.
For
are
me
crazy.
personally, I think D-Rob is like, if I had to get rid of D-Rob or Clay, I think I'd get rid
It's
of
one
Clay.
of those two.
Because
It's
D-Rob
one
is
of
just
those.
Who
like
can you replace with Clay though?
Zach
who can you
Levine
replace Clay
or
with?
Zach Levine or Kobe would be the two
That
that
card's
I'd go
crazy
with.
too. That Zach Levine's nuts.
Levine or Kobe
I
would
played a
be
guy
who
that
I'd
had
go
all
with.
those and it was awful.
I think Miken's closer
Me?
to D-Rob than either of those guys are to Clay.
That's fair. I can see why, but I
Levine's
use D-Rob so much like off the pick and pops. Like that's really what I've been scoring with lately.
Yeah,
Have you tried Miken yet?
I bought him, but I haven't tried him. I bought him. I
He
just
does not
haven't had
miss on the pick and
time.
pop.
I'm sure.
He was
Like,
crazy
gets
when I
gold
played
sniper.
against
He
him
does
last
not
year.
miss on the pick and pop.
Yeah.
When I played against that card last year, and I played one of the comp dudes who knew what he was doing, oh my god, it
The
was
pink,
miserable.
Pink
He had
Diamond
Curry-
Lycan or
He had the whatever. It was the domination one. Yes, it was the
Yeah.
beginning of the year. He had that, and he had Curry, and he was 5-outing with those. Oh my god, it was awful. Holy
Yeah.
smokes!
That Mikan was like he stood around last year for a long time because we didn't get a Dikembe Mutombo last year in September.
Yeah. Like last year, if you look at my November list of the top 10 centers, I have Serge Ibaka at number 2, Amethyst. And Serge Ibaka Amethyst last year was barely better than this year's Serge Amethyst, and he was number 2 in November. I had Bargnani at like number 5 in November.
There's a crazy good amount of centers now.
It felt like last year, I went back and looked at it, like last year, season 2 was very dry up until Blake came
Season
out.
2 was the worst.
Season 2 is the worst season we've got.
No, season 6 was. But
Glitch Reality was pretty terrible too. Yeah, Shake was talked by then, but Glitch Reality was
you
bad.
weren't there for the Glitch Reality
Space,
and Game of.
Space
You weren't there for
Jam
Glitch Reality and Game of Rigs.
No.
Were you there for Game of Rigs?
No, what even is that? I was out by Space Jam cards. I was done.
Oh no, Game of Rigged was pretty bad as well.
Like,
yeah, that was in like
I was done by like season 4 or 5. Like,
if you weren't hooked by the time Glitch Reality came around, this was either your job or you just love the game. Because
no, Age of Heroes got me back into it. Age of Heroes got me back into it.
It's your job. Cool. Like, you have to play.
Wasn't that season 4 though? I don't know what season that was.
No, that was Age of Heroes.
5, yeah. 5. After that, I think I was done. I was done by that.
I know, but like everyone liked Glitch Reality up to a point. Up until we realized that it was all just luck based. We all liked Glitch Reality. We were like, remember when we were searching for mysteries and everything? That was fun, and then we realized the mysteries meant nothing, and it was all just luck.
Exactly, yeah. What else was
Glitch 2.0 will be here soon.
When season 2 came out last year, it was so bad though. I remember that first morning being so excited, like you just came off the first season where we got Curry. And everything was really good. Then that first morning, I remember looking at the MyTEAM cards, and I was like, "Damn, this is season 2."
Everyone thought Blake was gonna suck.
He did suck. They changed Blake's release.
He was good, but like
they turned Blake Griffin's release into a really fast release. Like they changed they changed the timing of Blake Griffin release in the game just to make that card good. They didn't give him fast timing.
He was incredible, but the rest of the cards were bad.
I don't know. Everything was bad.
Like Ewing was the unlimited reward.
Yeah, Ewing was not. Ewing was not.
It was a disappointing season. Like this season 2 is way better than that season.
Yeah.
So like I don't know.
The only thing was that like at the same time, season 2 was at the very start last year. So you're like, you got to give them a little because it was the first time they did seasons. But like this year, the fact that it took us 4 weeks to see any sort of agenda cards wasn't great.
Yeah.
Ewing is probably the best NBA legend. He might have been good in like 15. He's like never been good in 2K in like the past.
That's
like
terrible.
Yeah,
he hasn't been good in 2K maybe since like 2K 15 or 14. He might have had a decent gold card, but like
no, he was garbage. People just said he was good because that was back when people didn't even realize that was back
people
when
didn't know what they were looking for.
People didn't know what they were looking for. Yeah,
they were just going with whatever.
Back then, a couple people ran plays. A couple people like ran the 137 or no, what is it? 131
3 zone.
Yeah, 131.
Like the skill level was so bad then compared to now. Oh my god, it's like night and day.
Back then, like it was like you would have like 1 or 2 go-to moves, and other than that, you were just like dribbling around like a chicken with their head cut off. Like,
you would run around in circles, and you would try trigger a baseline dunk and hope for the best.
Yeah, and with Zach LaVine, that would happen every time. Or Ruby Kobe. That's who I liked in 2K15 was that Froby. That was my card in 15.
Like, I almost think it's not the gameplay, and it's like the actual community. Like, at the end of the day.
We've just all gotten better.
Yeah.
Like, but I think that makes the gameplay worse, though, because, like, people are exploiting, like, the littlest of things.
It's
like,
for me, it doesn't. Crazy. SPMM has caused that. Because I didn't really mind the fact that people were exploiting things in other years because you wouldn't face someone exploiting it that often, but now you do it every game
now. It's every game.
Yeah.
It's every game now. Like every game is 5-out, dude wiggling, full court press, off balling. The off ball, by the way, is insane. Like guys sit in the corner while Gary Payton is harassing me like none other.
The next gen CPU will guard you better than anyone ever can.
It's not even Gary Payton usually. It's usually some random dude who's not even like a defender.
They don't even need to have defensive badges. They will still clamp you. And they
getting the ball in the front court is a struggle.
They will
Oh my
press you the
God.
moment you step near that halfway line. They're straight
It's a
on you. They're
struggle.
pushing you. It's so bad, but
And
it's
it's
so
every
funny.
game. Like, oh my God.
Like
There are
the
games where I don't
first
mind
day
it,
of
but
playing,
man.
Lads,
first day of
lads,
playing 22.
I just hit level 40.
Did you?
Congrats,
Yeah.
TBG.
I just got Bobby
congrats.
Jones.
Me
Just
and,
I won five. I have won
Yeah,
since we
level
have booted up
40.
stream. I have won 5 limited games in the last hour.
Wow.
I've won
Limited,
5
I
limited
don't
games in
mind
the last
limited.
hour.
Limited, like, I feel like is the least cheesy this year. Like the games have been decent. For that.
Draft
Because there's
mode
no
probably.
SPMM, you
Draft
face
mode is
normal
pretty
people.
easy too. Draft mode's like super chill. Like I have not played like one like sweat in that game
I've
mode.
played
But
a couple,
I
but
haven't
not-
played it recently, so I don't really know.
I
I
played
played
sweats
a couple. I played it recently, and it was a little sweaty because now there's better players. But man,
Yeah. Well, man, that Gervin was just disappointing. I thought the draft cards were going to continue to be really good after Glenn Robinson,
Yeah.
but Gervin, like, I don't think anybody saw that card and was like, man,
Haven't
I need
gone
the
for that.
Iceman. Like, nobody thought that. Like,
I never like him in 2K. I never like him.
Me either. Not a big fan.
He was somehow worse than Glenn, and he was a season later.
Yeah. Well, Glenn was good. Glenn was, like, really good. He could still play, really, if you really want him to.
No,
if you really
people
want
still
him to.
use Glenn. People still
Yeah.
use Glenn. But
Yeah, I saw
really
someone
don't.
using him last night in a $1,000 wager, so, I mean...
Wow.
The wager
Who
didn't
was that,
end.
Ty?
No, it didn't. The wager didn't finish because there was a big controversy because somebody disconnected. But it was Drip versus some guy from Players Lounge. I don't know. Isaac streamed it, but it was getting a little toxic.
Was
towards
it
the end there.
another person from Players Lounge running their mouth when they're not actually that good at 2K?
No, he was good. He was actually really
Was he?
good. Like he beat Drip in game 1, so he was good.
Oh,
But
okay, so he was that guy then.
yeah, I love Drip, but he definitely was nervous because Drip did not play as good as he definitely could have. But
$1,000 on 2K. That's a lot.
So like, if you can get a game off Drip, yeah, you are like
yeah,
it's
no,
not
he was good.
it's not a
He
you
was
think
good.
you're good, you are good. You can get
No.
a game off Drip, so he was actually good. But like some of those Players Lounge guys to challenge Ty really don't realize how good Ty is.
No. I mean, there's levels to that Players Lounge stuff. Like Splash said, like there's certain people on Players Lounge that won't get off Players Lounge until they're up money. Like 45 hours no sleep. Like I'm not closing my browser until I'm up. Like,
That's crazy.
some of those guys actually really do sweat
Those
it.
people.
It's crazy,
Not
like the
anymore.
levels of competition in my team. Like people don't understand. I think like half the time how like different it is. Like you can be in a sweaty comp game, and it is nothing like playing like Ty or any of those guys. And then it's nothing like playing any of these guys. Like they're all like there's so many levels to it. Oh my god, it's crazy. Like
The game is different when there's something on the line, whether it be a tournament spot or a monument. The game is so different.
That's what I was gonna say. Because sometimes they'll play
pace
like
of the game
a good.
changes.
They'll play a comp player in unlimited and like keep it close with him and be like, I only lost to 10 points by so and so. And it's like, yeah, that guy, he's playing unlimited. He doesn't care when he plays his
he's
wagers
streaming
tonight
right
or
now.
tournament.
He's over here
Yeah.
singing.
Yeah, like if
You're
he
playing
wanted
Smash
to,
right
he
now,
can
and
make
he's
this
singing into
ugly.
his chat. Okay, like
The skill
not
in
taking
and
it
of
serious.
itself to actually be able to play well when there's pressure or money on the line. I can attest to this.
It's
Like
tough.
you crumble under the bright
Yeah.
lights.
I can't
Every
do this shit,
time.
man. There's a reason I don't be doing wagers. This shit's too stressful. I don't even like doing the 12-0s, man. I'm glad we don't have to go 12-0 now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm actually really
I
happy
think-
they changed that. That's actually
It's
and
too stressful.
I could have
It's
gone
tough.
12. Obviously, I can, but like I think it's
Shay,
better.
I'd say we'll get a wager in at some stage, Shake, because I'm not good enough to blow you out. Like it's not. I'm not Ty. Like
If I actually am playing the game actively, I'm pretty solid. Like I haven't played in like 2-3 days, but like I played Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. If you played me on Tuesday, like I was in demon mode, I was killing dudes. Like dudes had crazy teams, and I was beating them like by like 15-20, and I was like, damn, yo, like I was talking shit on the mic and everything, but like yeah.
the wager needs.
If you play me today, I'm probably terrible. I'd probably lose. Like
Shake, did you get
We
involved
need-
with the wagers back in like 2K15 and stuff like that when they were kind of
you
popular?
wager Caldy when you're.
I did a couple. I played Caldy once. I played Jesser once.
Wait, let's not
I
forget
played Cash a couple
the time
Oh,
you
my
wagered, and instead of wagering MT, you wagered a forfeit, and your forfeit was to sing "Call Me Maybe."
Yeah, with you should not be named. Yeah.
Is that video? That video's somewhere.
Oh, it's still up. Yeah, that's still up on YouTube. I didn't remove
Is
any
that-
videos with him in it. I probably should have. Probably. We'll go back and do that eventually, but I don't know.
Yeah, it was also with
It's
the guy
2K14
who. With the guy who,
2K14.
yeah,
That's what I
2K14.
said. It's 2K14
With-
Wager Wars.
Yeah,
Because I did a
it was
series
with the guy
with that
who, for lack of a better word, he should have just played Pokemon. If he had just played Pokemon, all would have been good.
Good way to phrase it. It's a good way to phrase it.
If he did what his name suggested he was doing,
God.
he would have been fine.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, he did more than just played Pokemon.
Yeah, it's one of those situations where
Someone
you just
asked
had to be
who's
there.
redacted. Let's see. How can I phrase this?
He is a guy who just played Pokemon. There is no other way we can give it away more than saying he should have just played
I was trying to think
Pokemon.
of like clever words for like brother. What's like another word for brother? I was gonna say deuce something video gamer. Like I don't even know. Like,
Whatever happened to the other one? There were two of them.
I
Whatever
don't know.
happened to the other one?
There's a lot we don't know about that situation. Like there's a lot. Like again, pretty sure someone had a kid on the way or something. There's crazy stuff going on there. I don't know, man.
Well, there's another guy named. Oh, I shouldn't even say it. I mean, you've already gave it away plenty, but I'm not.
Right, one bro gaming.
Yeah, we can change the topic.
Roger.
Yeah, Roger.
It's just a weird thing to talk about. Like, because again, like he's like I still think like he's probably like watching and listening to like these type of things. Like I don't know. I don't. Because he was as much as like someone like would like to say they don't care. You knew he cared. Like, come on.
No, I said, why would we care?
No.
He
cares.
You were probably right.
That's why I think it's weird. It's weird to talk about
about.
because I know he's hearing it, and it's just like weird. I don't know. I don't like it's like talking bad about someone. I mean, for good reason.
For great reason.
But it's like weird. I don't know. It's creepy. The entire thing was weird. It was gross when that came out. I was like, I don't like it. I don't know. Again, because like I thought this was a normal dude, and like I did videos with that guy, and like
what are the
as
chances?
soon as he turned off the Skype, he was doing weird things.
He's at home right now, like, man, I was really enjoying this podcast. Can they just drop this topic?
That's what I'm saying. Like he's listening right now, and he's like, God damn it, like smashing the desk. Like
I remember the night before that news broke, Bantams DM'd me, and this was like when he was full on summer 2020, full on 2K
drama.
reporter,
2K drama, like. Before he got the Facebook bag and decided, you know what, there's actually more to life than talking shit about 2K.
He was good at it though. He had a good channel. I liked his videos.
But basically, he messaged me the night before and was like, have some huge news about someone in 2K MyTEAM. First of all, I have no idea what the news is. I was like, what do you mean? He's like, well, it's probably the craziest news we'll hear this year. And I was like, is it bad? Good? What are you talking about? He's like, oh no, it's bad. It's bad. And I was like, on a scale of 1 to 10, how bad? And he goes, probably about an 8 out of 10. And then the news came. I messaged the next morning. I was like,
and you said 8?
What the hell is it? I was like, how the hell is that an 8 out of 10? He was like, he didn't kill anybody. That would be a 10.
Yeah, I was gonna say that was probably what he meant by 10. Like,
Ronnie still has a pulse, so
like,
you know.
Man,
he's
10 out of 10 is pretty bad, I guess. That's nuts. Yeah. But he's fully disappeared. We haven't seen or heard anything from him, and I don't think we ever will.
Of course he is. He had a wife and kids. Like he kind of had to shut everything down. Like he wouldn't. Like that's something he had to do all that.
That's the thing about the internet. You can't come back. It's if you get yourself actually.
I've seen guys get canceled on the internet and they come back. Like, trust, it's happening. It happens. Like, there are plenty of situations where it's happened, but like he is gone. He is disappeared.
Yeah.
So
good for him. He needs to get away from it. He needs to get away from it anyway.
Yeah, you shouldn't be on the internet if you can't control your actions and doing all that crazy shit. Like, yeah.
So
I mean, you have to at that point. But go ahead. We talked enough.
Let's say so. Back to 2K.
Yeah,
back to
or
2K.
whatever you guys want to talk about.
This all came from wagers.
Yeah, it did.
I'm
sure we'll do a wager at some point.
Yeah.
I just got to make sure I'm actually playing. Like my muscle memory with like 2K is so like I have to be like in a groove or else like man, I'm really ass.
Playing a bit. Have you been watching a lot of basketball or anything like that outside of the Celtics and stuff, Shake, this year? Because I like to ask people who they got for like MVP and stuff. I like to keep up on the MVP ladder on the.
I watched a little bit. I watched like a little bit of Bucks, the Warriors, Nets. I mean, Curry is the obvious MVP right now. He's going crazy. The Warriors are 12-1, I think, right now. Oh my God, they're unstoppable. And they don't even have Clay or Wiseman. Like, Damn.
I think they should trade. I think they should trade their like Wiseman and like 2 other rookies for like 1 more piece and make like a hard run at somebody. But it's hard to say. There's not that many people out there. The one thing that scares me is they're talking about the Pistons trading for Ben Simmons. And if that's the case, you might have to like send me a Celtics hat or something in the mail because if we get Simmons, I think I just gotta.
I mean, I would love Ben Simmons. I think like Jeremy Grant's a good player. No, not that though. No, but if we giving up like Marcus Smart and some draft picks,
that's not gonna happen. There's only 50 players in the league they trade for him.
Yeah, they said they want like an all-star, pretty much.
They said they wanted Jeremy Grant apparently, which again he's a good player, but like
he's a borderline.
I think he's really borderline. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm saying.
No, but like he's
a good player.
Like he's a player that any given year could make an all-star team.
I'll take Ben Simmons over him.
He's great for the Pistons. Obviously, like right now, he's been our best player for the past 2 years. But he'd be even better as like a role-ish type of like third option on like a very good team. Like if he went and played for like the Warriors or something like that, like he would have less points, but he'd be so impactful.
Efficiency.
Like, yeah, he'd be.
It's a pity he
so
couldn't have been that
impactful.
good when he was actually on the Sixers.
Yeah.
Wasn't he on like the Magic or something too, or was that Tobias Harris?
He played for the Nuggets. He played for the Nuggets for a while before he came to Detroit, and he was decent
He played for
there.
Thunder. He played. What was it? He went Sixers, Thunder, Nuggets, Detroit.
Yeah. Yep.
Sixers had Christian Wood as well. Like they've had so many guys during the process.
There's like that screenshot of their summer league team that had Holmes, it had Wood, it had Ben Simmons, it had a couple other dudes too. Like, oh my god, the team was stacked.
Loaded. Well, Christian Wood came out of left field because he blew up with the Pistons and like we took him on as like I don't know, not a 10-day, but like we did not know that he was going to turn into be valuable at all.
He's been really good.
What are Houston doing? Like, I get it. Like, he's not old, but like, Houston are not winning more than 15 games this year. Why are they not playing Şengün?
They're not playing John Wall either.
minute by minute, Şengün is like per 36. He's like the second best rookie in the NBA per 36 numbers, and he's playing 5 minutes a night now. Even though he's the 6th youngest player in the NBA, is averaging through like 16 minutes. He's averaging like 10 and 6 through 15 minutes a game.
They have a lot of young
coach
players.
decided to bench him, even though he's the 6th youngest player in the league. Not about development. Let's just bench the youngest player on our team, who's actually outperforming Jalen Green.
That's what our coach is doing. He's not playing our rookies really. Naismith hardly sees the floor. Pritchard hardly sees the floor. Yeah, and when they do, they don't play well. So
yeah,
you're also not 1-16 or whatever the hell the Rockets are.
True, they're
not that,
like 6 and 7.
They're not that far off.
They're not that great.
Yes, it is.
I mean, they could have been like 10 and 5.
The Rockets might not even win 10 games this year.
Yikes.
I mean, the Rockets made the Pistons look good the other night. So if you make the Pistons look good, I don't know.
Oh man,
the Rockets may not even win 10 games. Like, let's not say there's a team similar to them.
Wait, did Jacob not have his camera on this whole time? Am I just now noticing?
No, it's
look at the stream.
It's just where you can't see it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's on the stream.
You can't. You can't put it into Discord and into OBS at the same time. So I just
noticed now. I was so confused. I'm like, how did I just notice this? Like, I thought I saw you. Yeah, it's because I had the stream up and then now I just have the chat.
Yeah,
okay, that's why. I was so confused. I was like, wait, what?
What made you actually remember back in 20 Shake when you just packed it in? What made you actually stop MyTEAM completely?
I'm gonna be honest. It's like a mixture of a couple of things. Like, man, it got so old, and like I'm not gonna lie, that fucking jacked Bill guy, that guy was down my ass. That guy had people tweeting at me all the fucking time, like "fuck you, asshole" and like crazy stuff. Like, you support the child gambling and all this stuff, man. And like that stuff got in my head. That stuff messed with me, man. Like, it really did. Like so many things. Like, I was hella depressed. Like, man, that shit was awful, bro. I hated playing the game. I didn't like opening packs. I didn't like doing anything with 2K, man. That shit was terrible, bro.
He attacked so many people.
That guy was toxic. That guy was awful. Like, I haven't seen him. I don't know if he's around, but thank goodness I'm not seeing his stuff in my YouTube sub.
Like, there was a year spell, and like I've said it to him. Like, he had like
awful.
He was like going at individuals for like pretty much doing their job. Like,
yeah,
and it wasn't like
he was hating the player, not the game. He was hating the player, not the game.
And there was a situation where it was like 2K gave Cash a free card, and he made an entire rant video about that going at Cash, and I'm like, 2K probably just hit him up being like, "Do you want a free card?"
Like, man, I don't know.
You know what was
Like-
funny
like-
just recently? You know the tweet that Big C Richie put out like last year?
I'm
that
still
was,
blocked.
It's still
Oh,
blocked.
wait, Jake, do you not know this tweet?
No, I'm still
I
blocked.
wish-
I'm still
I
blocked
mean,
by
it's like
Richie.
everybody else reposted it, so you might have
you've seen
seen
this
it.
tweet. You've seen this tweet.
It was like
I don't know. He's had me
people
blocked
come
for
up.
like a year and a half now. It's
I
been a
mean,
while.
I
everyone.
got it here.
It was like
The tweet is
I may have seen it memed on my timeline, maybe, but I
Yeah,
haven't
it
seen
got
like
me-
everybody reposted it and like is like
People
copy
were
pasted
memeing, and I
it.
probably saw the meme, but I didn't know it was from him. Probably.
so he tweeted out this. He tweeted out this tweet, and this is like early in the morning or this is like really late at night. He tweeted out this tweet, and then early in the morning I woke up, I saw the tweet, found it hilarious. I copied and pasted the whole thing, and then Space Word Bird saw Richie's tweet,
Space
and
Word
he
Bird.
knew I just copied and pasted it. So he copied and pasted it, and then within 10 minutes, every single person had copied and pasted it.
I think I've seen it then, maybe, because I always see the copy paste and everything.
Richie goes mad. Anytime I copy and paste Richie's tweet, I just get a message from Richie being like, "Are you trying to make me a joke?" And I'm like, "Yes." But at the same time, I don't take myself seriously, so I don't take anyone else seriously either. So the tweet is, "I'm tired." He tweeted this being 100% dead serious.
Yeah.
I'm tired of these broke boys coming up to me in the game saying how much you pay for your team. Y'all going up to a man driving a Lambo and asking how much he paid. Don't worry about my pockets. Worry about why you don't got enough to get what I got.
That's funny. I've definitely
As
seen
a
that
serious
tweet.
tweet. That is a serious tweet. There is no way that was not going to be memed.
I copy and pasted it recently under like a MyTEAM tweet, and Jack Bill like quote tweeted it, like not knowing that like it was like a meme
He
or
made a whole
whatever,
video
and he
about
was
that.
like, "There's
Did he
no
really?
way this guy just came or like said this or whatever." Then like people started replying to me and like thought I was serious, and I was the one that said it, and like it was just crazy.
He made a whole video about that tweet, by the way.
Like, you guys know how the YouTube algorithm works, like, by the way, too. Like, if you don't watch someone's video for like a while, they won't ever like send you their videos like anymore. Like, the YouTube algorithm's crazy. Like, I'll have people I'm subscribed to, and like I'll be like, damn, I haven't seen one of their videos in like a minute, and I'm scrolling down my sub box, and I'm like, what was their channel name? I can't even remember. And I click on it, and there's hella uploads. I'm like, damn, YouTube just stopped sending me this shit.
Yeah.
They did that with the Jack Bill shit. They stopped sending me. It's not even my recommended. I don't even know if it exists because I think I still got him blocked on Twitter or whatever. I haven't seen his shit in ages, bro.
Well,
Thank
that's-
goodness that dude was so toxic. Like,
He makes
that dude
videos now.
fucked up my mental state and everything.
Yeah, I
man.
didn't-
I really dislike
As
that guy,
time
man.
went
Super
on,
dislike.
he became calmer. He did calm down. Like, there was a stage where he was like, that's why I said today, I was like, I would love to
Man.
get him on just to talk about that, because there was a stage where he was just going at everybody, and he was clutching at straws, like.
Well, that's
But,
what
like,
he
he did calm down.
says. He says
In
like,
fairness, he did
"Oh,
calm
I
down.
don't get the views that I used to anymore because 2K is trying to silence me," or like something like that. Like 2K called YouTube and told me to take out the algorithm.
I
Like,
don't get no views either because I stopped playing the game for a whole like fucking year because I was hella depressed because that dude was fucking had people screaming at me all the fucking time telling me I can't do my job and shit. That shit was crazy, man. I seriously dislike that guy because of that. Like, I try not to hold grudges. I've had some crazy shit go down in this community the past few years, man. Shit been stressful as fuck, bro. Like, I just wish it was like the old days where you just make videos, have fun. It's not like that anymore. Like, it's so different. Like, I still enjoy 2K and like making videos, but like, man, it's different now. Like,
I do hold grudges, and I'll be the first to say it. I do hold grudges.
I mean,
Mick does
try
not.
not, but I still
Mick
do.
does.
Like,
Mick does forgive, but Mick does not forget.
crazy shit went down, and like, I don't think I'm ever gonna forget that shit with like those couple people and like, yeah.
people just
No,
take things
like-
a little bit too seriously, I think, in like 2K and stuff. Like, I always try and like separate the people that I know from like the game because like it's just not, or even content. Like, it's. I think a lot of people just don't realize like everybody does this, plays the game and uploads videos for like different reasons. So like that's really the biggest thing. Like, people have different like needs and wants for it.
Like, I do it because I enjoy it, and like I know other people enjoy the videos, and like it pays my bills and shit, and like, man, like, like, oh my god, it's just like so. I don't know. It's like it's not what it used to be, man. It's so different now.
I will be 100% transparent. Like, this is fun. I upload 5 videos a day because it's my job.
I can't do that. Like, I used to be able to do 3 videos in a day before, like, and like it was fun. But like now, I'm like, dude, like, no way. Like, I don't know. It's just so
like,
different now.
The hardest thing about it, this is what I say, and Shake, you'll be a testament to this, is that like when you're enjoying content, making content, and you're up for it, it's really easy to work a lot long days. It's really easy to make content.
Oh yeah, you'll
But
be
if you
working
are
all
not
day.
in the mood, if you are not in the mood, it is one of the hardest
Oh,
jobs
yeah.
ever because you can't think of ideas. It's hard to get yourself to record, and that's one of the things that I've been really good at is working when I don't want to work. And
Yeah,
that's kind
the
of
hardest
what's
thing
gotten
is
me-
like
that's what's gotten me through the last couple of
is
years.
just like doing it at times. Like when you get in a groove and you're going good, like it's nice and easy. But like, man, when you're not in the groove, it's like, bro.
And you have to keep
I don't
doing
know.
it. Like it's not like you
Yeah.
can't just be like, okay, guys, I'm taking a 4-month break and then come back and everything's hunky
YouTube is
dory.
all about consistency. Like that man Carlos, I don't think he's missed like an upload for like a whole like 2 or 3 days, like in 2 years or something now. Like probably maybe
Who?
even longer, maybe 3.
Carlos.
Carlos, yeah, he's upload every single day, damn near for like years for years.
I
now.
mean,
It's
That's what
I've
you have to
taken
do.
my. That,
like,
I took
you
one-
too, though.
I was
Like,
about to say, I was like, I've taken 1 day off since 2019.
yeah,
And it was because I was
that shit's a grind, man.
severe. It was because I was pretty much in hospital. I was so sick because I was like sleep deprived and I couldn't move. I was almost coming to go to hospital.
I mean, that's how YouTube and Twitch are now. Like, you can't take like giant breaks. Like I saw this one girl, like a Twitch partner, tweeted yesterday that she stopped streaming
Saw
for a
that.
month, and
They
she
turned
talked
off
to
her
someone at
noties.
Twitch, and they don't be
enough.
sending noties out. Yeah, that's how it
But,
is.
like, that's the
algorithms
problem
and
where it's
everything.
like-
oh my god,
Where it's like you have to know, like these are just like Twitch, YouTube. These are just platforms. Their
Yeah.
goal is they don't necessarily care they don't care who any of us are. Not necessarily they don't necessarily care. They
Oh, yeah.
actually do not care. Their goal is to keep people on the website.
Yep.
And if you take a month off, your viewers
aren't on the website.
they will like they turn on. There's not a specific time, but if you stop watching someone on Twitch, you will stop getting their noties, even if you have noties turned
Yeah.
on.
I noticed
Because
today
it's all
though.
based on an algorithm. So if you take a month off, you've essentially put yourself in a position where a viewer on Twitch has not watched your stream for a month, so they're not going to get your noties. And that's the problem. Is that like, is it fair? No, but these are algorithms. Like we're fighting as a YouTube algorithm. Is the
Algorithms are
algorithm
awful,
fair on
bro.
YouTube if we take a break? No, but again, it's an algorithm
Awful.
designed to keep people on the site. Like you kind of.
They do send you an
As
email.
bad as it is, like you can't. It's hard to. First of all, it's hard to manipulate it, and it's hard to. If you do take any sort of a break, it's hard to get back into it.
I've been trying to get back into it for like a year and a half, 2 years now, damn near, bro. I should have never I stopped playing 2K for a little bit. That's probably one of my biggest regrets. I should have never, ever, ever, ever had done that.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it's probably
Animal
costed me
Crossing.
thousands of dollars. I enjoyed that stuff, and that stuff was fun, but I should have just done it on a separate channel, because, like, I still like playing 2K, but, man, like, it was just too much pressure. Like, oh my god, it was crazy. It was like
Yeah.
people were trying to cancel me at the time. Like, it was nuts. I had someone threatening to come and kill me at one point. Like, that was crazy, bro. Like,
Jesus.
Has it gone that bad for you?
that was, well, I mean, with this certain person, the YouTuber guy, I think.
I remember
most
that,
people know who
too.
that was.
Yeah, that's
Again, I don't
crazy.
want to dive into it. He's, I guess, apologized and DM me.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
I never
stay
really
away.
got onto his bad side. I just started memeing him back in 2019. He got really pissed off, and understandable. Like, I think he
don't even
believed
know.
I did fully think that he believed everything he was saying, and he thought he was in the right with all of it.
He
I
just
have
wa- he
no
was,
clue.
he was
I still don't know what went down, honestly.
was
I don't think
totally
anyone
off of
knows,
it.
to be honest.
He was totally.
I don't
off
know
of
if
it.
That's
No,
what
he
I
was
think.
right. He was right with
But-
part of it. Like, he was a lot of his anti 2K stuff was actually right, but he kind of had
Oh, it's so
had
jumbled.
a kind of thing in his head that any creator that had a link with 2K was part of the problem, whereas we don't talk with 2K ever.
Yeah.
Like, there's no link. 2K sometimes pay their creators like pennies, like a week's worth of income for some of them, if even a year.
Oh yeah,
free.
those guys are getting. Yeah, they're like.
I'm not giving away the
Yeah,
contract money, but
that's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. Yeah.
like
I'm not
I've
even-
said it publicly, so I've said it plenty of times. Like, there was, even if there was
It's
an
out
extra
there.
0 on the contract, I would have just read it and probably not signed it.
Yeah. Which is crazy. You think that they'd actually want to invest in that. It's probably one of their best marketing tools they have, is people streaming and playing their game. You see these other companies like Raid Shadow Legends that will do anything to get a creator to play that game.
We're playing the game anyway.
Yeah, that's the thing. They don't have to.
You don't need to
Like,
pay
people
us.
are already spending the
True.
money. People are already buying the packs.
Like,
True.
every DPG worth of video, especially in peak time, if that video gets 100,000, or let's just say the average worth of video at the end of the year gets 70,000 views. If that gets 70,000 views and 10% of those people see these god tier cards and buy packs, and they all put a 50 in, that's 7,000 by 50. That's like,
And honestly, they're not even
350K.
banking on that. They're banking on the one person that's going to see it, and they're not going to put 50 in. They're going to put in 400.
No,
they're banking on those people. And then they're going to put 400 in next week, and the week after that. Those are the people they bank on.
If 10% just put in 50 from one of those videos, that's 350K. But realistically, one of those videos, people going over stats in the database, like they're not going to ever shut down the databases because it helps them.
No.
Yeah.
Like I can guarantee from people going onto these databases, they make at least a couple of million extra a week.
They make
at least
so much.
Well,
my God, it's crazy.
Honestly, I just wish the database was around forever. That's actually like one of the coolest things I think to ever hit the community.
It is, and it isn't. It is and it isn't. Because I made a lot of money on gameplays before the database. So like it killed gameplays.
No one cares to see what jump shot a player has anymore because they can literally just type it in before the card's even out and be like, oh, he's got Kobe base.
Yeah, that's true.
Like overall though, I just love the feeling of like once cards out, you know, like when someone says cards out in your stream, like, okay, I can't wait to go and see what's out, like, and just type it in and look them all over. Like,
but it is cool. And one of my things is like at least with gameplays, if you go down the Henry route where it's more entertainment than anything, like his will still be fine. Like he'll no matter how dead the game is, he'll be okay. But it's like for myself, I'm just like my views directly correlate to how many people are playing this game, and how many people want to find out the information, and nobody cares about a gameplay from a person who's just going to break down the SIGs that they can read on a screen.
Pretty much.
The good old TTO gameplay. Gotta love them.
Eric said get Caldy on one of these. I don't know what Caldy's up to be honest. He said he was considering, uploading and coming back, but he does that all the time. So, I don't know.
He hasn't even been active on Twitter much lately, has he?
Every now and then he'll tweet, but I'm guessing he's probably not coming back.
It's been, 5 years at this stage?
Nah, it's been he was
19.
It's been like 3. It's been like 3, yeah.
Do you not remember he played in some like content creator
team up? Was it
team up with us?
Yeah,
and he shot a 2-point. His team was down by 3. It was like I can't remember. There was a bunch of us. It was like me, Ty, like Henry. It was like Team DBG versus Team Henry and team up. But we were in game 3. We were up by 3 points, and Caldy hit a long 2 with his foot on the line on the buzzer.
It's a Caldy thing to do.
Yeah, but I think that was the last we ever really heard of Caldy.
I don't know. I haven't talked to him in a while. It's been at least a few months.
With this DRod card out, if he was playing the game, he'd be having a ball.
Biceps, yeah. He's the only person that can come back and pull 100K views. He's the only person that can come back.
If he came back, I'm sure his shit would be popping, man. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Well, you already know if he did come back, his videos would be very good too. So it's like,
Yeah.
It wasn't even that his editing was that good. He was just his timing.
He's
his
funny.
timing
He's a funny guy.
his intros and his timing was so good.
Yeah.
He's creative and he's funny. That's all it really needs to be,
Really, really unique for the 2K community, Like no one else can take that and run with it. Well, maybe someone could, but like it was very, very different than most other people's uploads.
And thankfully, his jokes don't rely on repeating the same memes year after year after year after year after year. One word, 6 letters, lads. One word, 6 letters.
I'm waiting for someone to type it in the chat.
But
someone's waiting a while.
Yeah, Caldy's right. I'm trying to think who vanished that was big. Who vanished that was really big?
Like
outside of Caldy, as in like that was at that level. Can you count like Afro was doing really well at one stage and he just vanished?
Afro didn't really vanish though because he was just back uploading and doing, but he said he's done now.
He officially retired. Like you could tell when he was back this year. Like you could tell like in the most respectful way possible. Like he was definitely forcing that. Like he did not really want to be playing or uploading. I could tell. It's Afro, so it's still fun to watch. But like you could just tell his heart wasn't in it anymore.
He deleted basically every video on his channel that didn't do well view-wise.
Once you stop uploading or even for a little bit, bro, and you try uploading again, it is rough, man.
Yeah,
your videos don't do shit for views. It's crazy.
B-ball daily. That used to be like a guaranteed 50K view video, and now if I get 1,000, I'm happy on that.
Yeah,
so I took pretty much.
That's how it goes.
I took 2 years off. At least.
You take any kind of break, the algo just. You're not in any searches. Your subs ain't seeing your shit. So unless they check in your channel like every day or whatever, they got your Twitter notifications on. Ambush, someone said. Yeah, Ambush. Yeah. Ambush kind of stopped playing a lot. Like we know when.
He just kind of. No, he stopped before that. He just.
Oh really?
He has his own audience. He's getting by.
He streams and does his stuff, and he does his music.
Yeah.
I know.
He played a little bit of 2K this year.
Subathons every week. But
He's
that's
always
the mad
streaming
thing.
doing Subathon.
I will say, like, Afro probably was the one that was like, if he had have never taken any breaks, he would probably be bigger than all of us.
Like taking
when he was like
breaks is
16,
crazy on YouTube.
when
Oh
he
my
was like
God.
16, his editing was better than all of us. He made his own thumbnails and they were good. Like, he actually he was creative, and then he just took a huge break in 18, did well in 19, and just stopped uploading in 20. And then that's when everyone boomed. Everyone boomed. Oh, sorry, obviously you took a break in 20 as well. When you took a break was like everyone boomed.
Lockdown was
Again,
huge. Lockdown
I
literally
know.
was
Trust
huge.
me, I saw, and I was like, oh, great. Should have kept uploading. Like, thanks a lot. Like,
I'm pretty sure outside of Troydan, my July of 2020 was the most viewed MyTEAM month ever from anyone. It was like more. I got 9 million, which is like more views a month than Cash and Jester were getting in 2K16 before they stopped uploading MyTEAM and just started.
Troydan hasn't gotten more than that. Troydan's gotten a lot of views.
No, as I said, outside of Troydan. Troydan's at 20 million.
Okay.
So Troydan's.
I was gonna say Troydan
yeah.
get like a million a video, doesn't he?
Oh yeah, Troydan was like, no, I said outside him because he's so far transcending MyTEAM. He can upload anything and pull in those type of views though.
Well, yeah, he does videos on like anything, like Simpsons Hit and Run and pull like a million. Like, he's not a MyTeamer anymore. He's like a.
Showtime says 20 was so trash. I mean,
I
didn't like 20 either, but like people liked it. I don't know why. Like
no one liked 20. It was just that we were all stuck inside.
Yeah, exactly. I loved
maybe
it
that's
because
why. Maybe that's why. Oh my God.
The alternative was go read a book in your room. Like, what else are you gonna do in lockdown? Yeah. Like, turn on a movie. Like, there's nothing else to do besides play 2K.
Dirk says
lockdown was like one of the craziest periods ever. Like people legitimately were losing their minds. Like, I was about to leave. I was about to like leave Ireland. I reckon if I had gone to the States, I would have gone crazy.
DBG would be out somewhere in Los Angeles tonight partying.
Like, man, I don't know. I did not like 20 at all.
It was bad.
Like 19, I love 19. Even though 19 was kind of ass. Like it was good at times, but it was a lot of problems with 19. Like the servers and everything. Like 19 was kind of ass, but like I still liked it.
Base 11, you could shoot over top of anyone.
19 was the best video wise. I would hit record.
19, I
would hit record, sit in the menus for 10 minutes and being like, this is still not working. The auction house is still broken. Just
like so many
refreshing
issues.
error
So
codes.
many issues.
Oh, at the end of
error
the
codes
year,
for 10 minutes, uploading
buying
100,000 views.
packs was an issue. Like you buy box and it would just be like, yeah, we just crashed. Like
I remember in 19, Shiro one time had a 130 pack box because he just kept getting hurt.
Yeah, there was so many issues.
130 packs.
That's
19
crazy.
was nuts, but like the issues made it funny. Like the videos was hilarious because of how many issues there were.
Well, at the end of the year, the auction house was literally broke. I was like, well, I guess I'm not getting any new cards the rest of the year because I literally can't buy anything. Like, you literally couldn't buy anything from the auction house after like July.
Yeah. Triple Threat was so good in 19 too. Like, it's terrible now, man. Oh, like the boards and everything. It's just, man, the rewards are so bad now. Oh my goodness.
Triple Threat's better now than it was pre-season 1 though. I will say that.
With the 100,
season 1 was the worst ever.
Season 1 was terrible. It's gotten better, but like if they just added the spinners and the boards and they made the boards better, like it would actually be really good. But like
like I don't actually mind playing TTO that much. However, I hated playing TTO. Playing TTO in season 1 was the worst part. The boards were juiced, but the playing the game, being like, you would see a good team, you'd be like, oh, for God's sake, even if I win, it doesn't matter because it's gonna be 21-20. You could lose. You could lose a game, or you could win a game, say 25-23, and you've technically still lost the game.
Yeah, you lose if you give up more than 15 points. You lost.
Yeah.
That's literally.
Well, the thing that I hate the most about Triple Threat right now, currently, even more than the 100, is the fact, I don't know if it's my monitor or if it's my eyes or what, but with that dark cord on Next Gen, I can't see anything. I can't see a damn thing. Dark. Like, I literally don't want to play the game mode for more than a couple games or whatever it might be because I just can't see anything. Like, it's not a fun environment, even though that's what they were going for to like play on.
Yeah,
it's like I would rather just play on like the 19 cord or even 20 with the Galaxy cord. Like anything else, it's just too dark.
Like, some of them I didn't like. Like a couple of them were too bright. Like this one is like last year was way too bright. That 21 in the white building with the windows because they were trying to show up the reflections and shit. That was terrible. I think that
21 current gen was the worst. The black court with like the.
That was terrible too.
The bright lines.
God, right. Yeah. I didn't
But
mind
then, like,
20.
it's, I
I
don't know
didn't
why
mind
it's
20.
so dark this year. Like, it's like they can't find a middle ground. Like, they could do the way
Have
too
you seen
bright or
current
way
gen's
too dark.
course? Current gen is the nicest TTO
Yeah.
courts of all
It's like
time.
the ship. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
it
like
looks
the
really
ship.
nice. I mean, it looks very, very clean. I was hoping that it would be cool if they changed the triple threat court every season. Like they have it.
Sure.
They have the
Do that.
ability.
Like, can they not throw like some pumpkins in the back or put some Christmas lights up or something? Like, change the color, anything? Like,
yeah.
anything? Just change the color, make it from pink to blue. My God.
Well,
Like,
you guys all saw it for that one challenge game they had. It was a challenge game and it was a triple threat game, and they had the old court from 2K20 as the court that you
Yeah.
play on in the challenge.
Yeah.
They literally have the 2K20 court in 2K22. Like,
Wait,
why would
really?
they? Yeah, it's not even there anymore.
It's in the game.
it was a
20 courts in the game.
the challenge expired, but for a challenge,
Yeah, any triple threat challenge is on the old 2K20 court.
yeah, with like the galaxy
Oh, yeah.
type
Old
of
2K20
Yeah.
court. And then
I
it
didn't even
has
realize that.
it
I
has
didn't
like
realize,
season
the
1 or
floor's-
season
yeah, the
2
floor's
written on part of
different,
court.
though.
Am I right
Yeah.
with that?
yeah.
It
Yeah,
has
the
like
floor is
season 1
different.
written on the
Yeah.
floor.
It looks beautiful
floor is
compared to like the whole nightclub vibe they go for with triple threat online.
Yeah.
It looks beautiful.
The
I
nightclub is
just want to show off their lighting, man.
It looks terrible.
Yeah.
It's bad.
I don't know. Like, I just don't
Lighting
get
and
it.
ray
Like, why can't we just
tracing,
play
you
like
know?
the not triple threat, the 1v1 court, the blacktop or whatever, the offline blacktop? Why can't it just be that? That looks
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
Why can't it just be
Yeah,
a
it
next gen
does.
version of that? Like a nice looking next gen version of that. Like why do we have to have these DJs and this crazy lights and shit? Like why can't it just be
Sure.
that park?
You know how cool
That's
it would
it.
be? You know,
Crazy idea. Just use the triple threat offline court. for
That would be
online.
fine too. Yeah,
Yeah.
that would be fine. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
man.
everything but the triple threat online court's good.
Can I run to the bathroom really quickly?
Yeah, no
Yeah,
matter.
yeah,
we're
for
we're only
sure.
gonna be probably another 10, 15 minutes or so. So
Yeah,
It's just
no
gonna
matter.
take me like
you know how cool it would
Yeah.
be though if you could like unlock new courts. Like, you know, you have your home court to play on for 5v5 games. You can select your court. If you could like unlock like Rucker Park, like even if it's a knockoff Rucker Park in Venice Beach, like if you could unlock different like triple threat courts to play on, and then if you're like the home team, you play on your court. That'd be so sweet if they had like courts for triple threat as like collector level or whatever it might be. That'd be good.
Go
Do
NBA
it
Live.
like
Go NBA Live on
is,
it.
Yeah, is that what NBA Live did? Did they have something like that? Yeah. Oh yeah.
Imagine they let you create custom arenas for TTO.
I mean, why not? I'm sure they could
You
swing
think
it.
the nightclub's bad?
Yeah.
Just wait until you see what people come up with.
The all black warehouse or something crazy.
Oh god.
No 3-point line.
No lines. Yeah, the no lines one made me more mad than any of the like neon colored ones or anything like that.
The no lines court's the worst. Because I'm colorblind anyway, so even if some people can sometimes see the lines, I can't ever see them.
Alright, I'm back.
Shake, I wanted to ask you, what was it like
Go for
being in NBA Playgrounds? Because I went back and played that on stream over the summer when I was bored,
That was cool,
and I
man.
pulled
I
you,
love that.
and I was psyched. I was like, no way, Shake's in here. I was
Yeah,
psyched.
that was cool, man. I mean, I was in the first one. I wasn't in the second one because a certain company took over that game. But I was in the first one, and that was really cool, man. I'm still in that game, and yeah, that's
Yeah.
cool. That's the first video game I've been in, man.
I was
The
hooping
devs
with
were
you.
the devs for that game literally watched
That was a
everyone's
fun-
YouTube
that-
videos.
Again, that was like my favorite time period. That was 2K17,
17.
man. Oh,
I was gonna
loved
be in the second one,
that
but
was
then the dev
literally-
team switched because I
Yeah,
had
they
uploaded a load of
switched
the dev. I remember commented in one of my streams or something.
It
And
was
his
fun
YouTube
too.
account, but his YouTube account name was his actual name, so I was like, oh crap, this actually is the guy. I looked him up. He said he was a dev, so I just started messaging him. I was gonna be in the second one, and then 2K took over.
Yeah. And they ruined it too. Like I don't know. It went
Yeah,
from
it
like
was
this fun
bad.
thing into like they added microtransactions, like all this
Leave
other
it-
stuff,
leave
and
it
I was
to
like, man.
2K. Like-
It wasn't even that. It was like the actual gameplay mechanics changed for the worst. Like the fun thing
Which
about
was
Playgrounds
really
1 was it was
fun.
just NBA
Yeah.
Jam. It was
Yeah.
just
It was
NBA Jam
yeah.
where
I
they
like I have an
overcomplicated
NBA Jam in the
everything.
back.
you had
Like-
to like time. You had to like time all your shots in Playgrounds
Yeah,
2.
that was bad.
And it was
I
all
loved
just like-
NBA Jam 1.
The most effective way to play Playgrounds 2 was taking layups. It was like, no, you don't
Yeah.
play
You're
Playgrounds.
not to play layups. Yeah, you want to
Yeah.
bomb long shots
That was
and get
bad.
like
Yeah.
alley-oop dunks where your players
I
jump
want
through
to
the
play that game
sky.
again. That game was fun. That game
The
was
only
really
problem was do you remember when people realized the corner threes went in 100% of the time?
fun. Yeah.
Could you goaltend
And
them
then
though?
cheese in it.
Could you goaltend
No.
them? No, there was no stopping
If you shot a
them.
corner three, you couldn't do anything. It was in. That
Yeah.
kind of
Oh, wow.
ruined that game because they couldn't patch the corner threes. It was fun for a couple of days, It was fun playing offline, but as soon as people found out the corner threes were so.
I liked that game though. Yeah, that was fun. That was cool. Always being in that game. They had a bunch of YouTubers in that. I think they had Cash.
Yeah.
Nick the Bullspan was in there. Troy Dan. There was a bunch of them.
Anyone who played the game with over 100,000, like Dankops was in it. KO Speedy was in it.
QJB.
QJB. Basically, anyone with any sort of following that played the game. The devs were like, well, let's put these guys in the game.
Yeah,
they were smart
it
about
worked. It worked, yeah. People were playing that game like crazy.
Did you get into NBA Live in the end? Did you get scanned into NBA Live?
I never got scanned. Oh, I got scanned, but I never
got put
I never was in the game. I was never in the game or anything. Like, I don't know. Because I remember they scanned me that night, but
yeah,
I never...
They didn't scan me because I kind of finessed my way into all...
I finessed my way into that party too. Like, I wasn't invited technically, but like, I was in LA at the time.
Donnie was cool. Like, if you went up to Donnie and was like, look, I'm an influencer, I know all these guys, can I come? He just said yeah.
Yeah, that's basically what happened. Like, they were like, yo, we're in LA, can we just come to the party? And they were like, yeah, and they gave us a bag. They hooked up with, I still have those shoes they hooked us up with that night too.
They got you shoes. I was at the, because I think you were sort of at your house, you weren't able to go to second.
I literally just bought my house then. That was like,
yeah, I was at the rooftop one. Straight.
Yeah, I didn't
remember
the one.
That was nuts. Like, that was like, I think I had like 25,000 subscribers at that stage. 30,000 in and around that. I'd never been to a YouTube event before.
There was guys with like millions. It was huge.
Oh yeah, like I had a drunk conversation with Vicstar123 for about half an hour about mini golf video games. We were both plastered.
Like, I remember the first one, there was some huge YouTubers. Like, there was tons of guys there, like with lots of big channels. Oh my god.
Yeah. I remember seeing pictures of you at the first one.
Yeah, that was, oh my god.
I remember seeing you at the first one.
Me and TD got crazy that night. Like,
they still mentioned that the second time. They were like, "Oh, I wish Shake was here. See if we would have got more drunk than the first time."
I'm fun to party with, man. I don't drink like a lot, but like, man, when I'm at an event or filling me drinks and like, or the drinks are free, like, oh my goodness.
I nearly got into huge trouble in that because I got a drink, or I asked Coop to get me a drink, but I didn't. It didn't clock with me that the drinking age was 21 in America.
Oh, you're probably like 20, 19.
No, I was 21 like a month later. It wasn't like it was like it was like that close. But they gave me an over 21's wristband because the months and the dates are switched in Ireland.
Yeah.
So they didn't have they looked at my ID. They looked at my ID and they were like, "Oh, is this 99?" Oh, 99 is like, "No, it's 96." They're like, "Okay, yeah." And they handed me an over 21's wristband.
Yeah.
So like,
that's hilarious.
It wasn't like anything happened there, and I was like,
they don't really, they're not too strict on things like that, to be honest.
Yeah, they didn't know what way the date was because of the months and days switching. So they thought,
funny.
Like, it was so close that it made no difference. But like, I didn't even clock. I remember, I think, who was it? Nick said to me, he's like, you told me you're 20. I was like, yeah. What story? He's like, you have your drink. I was like, oh shit, I'm in America now. I was like, oh, I'm in America now.
Yeah,
you are correct, sir.
I mean, it's the only place in the world. Like, you can't blame you. Like, everywhere else on this planet is 18 or 19. Yeah, it's 19 and
16 in like Spain.
Yeah,
it's a shame that like 2K doesn't like. I mean, they haven't done an event since like COVID, but like when they do their events, I mean, it's a shame that I don't get invited because those events always look really nice and cool and everything. But like,
how did you completely burn your bridge? Because like they don't like me, but I have no clue. Like, I know I haven't burned the bridge. I know they don't like me.
I have no problem saying this. I tried talking to someone who is on the team, the marketing team last year. I think, or maybe it was a year. I don't even know. My timeline is so mixed up. It was either last year at the beginning of the year or the year before that at the beginning of the year. And I was trying to figure out. I was trying to talk to people. Some people were discussing some things, and we had an interview lined up, and they just no-showed. Like, they didn't even show up. Like, stop responding to my messages or anything like that. So I was like, all right, like, that's how it is, man. Like, I'm not gonna say who it was, but like, it was someone over there in the marketing team. So
that's
they just stopped responding.
I mean,
it is.
It's been years since anything would have even mattered. Like years and years and years. Like, you gotta give it up at some point.
What you did to get your Twitter? You just retweeted stuff. You didn't even.
I tweeted it. That's why I lost my Twitter. So I mean, there's probably like, I could literally count out probably 10 reasons why 2K doesn't like me. That reason there.
VC, all the VC
VC glitches, by the way, they never like that. one event that I was out there, they was like, "Yo, what's up with this?" And I was like, "I mean, it's just it's a video on how to get VC. Like what? Like, am I not supposed to do that? Like, I just played stupid. I was like, oh, whatever. My bad."
I mean, it wasn't that big of a deal back then. Like now, everybody knows VC, but back then it was
now,
like a relatively
now it's a
new
little
thing.
bit different though.
Yeah.
Like now, like you could barely even buy VC back then. Now, like it's way different. I wouldn't upload no VC glitches, nothing crazy. You get banned, you get in trouble with that shit. They'd fucking sue your ass for that.
It was like uncharted territory back when you were doing it. Really, it was kind of like the Wild West.
It wasn't even a VC glitch. That was the problem. It was like
it's just,
literally. It was a way to play games quicker, and you made a lot of VC out from it.
All my methods are never actually glitches. They're actual methods. Like I don't be coming up with like ways to like. Actually, there was one. In 2K14 current gen, before it switched over to next gen, there was definitely a glitch actually with that. Like,
I mean, there was at one stage there was a glitch. At one stage there was a thing that guaranteed making, because remember back then it was like players went up and down in price based on how they were in the NBA.
Yeah, that was 2K13.
The VC method in 2K14 at one stage was open packs.
Yeah, at one point, yeah.
Like there was a certain, I can't remember what pack it was, but there was a certain pack where you were guaranteed to make VC.
I don't know which
one it was. It was a silver. It was like silver plus or something. But like it gave out.
Yeah, all the players were on the up on everything. Yeah.
I'm froze. Am I?
Yeah, you froze.
Yeah, you are.
Everyone. There we go.
Yeah, I'll be back. I'm back.
Okay,
cool.
But like that's literally what it was. It was just open there was a certain pack.
Yeah.
That they took it. They had to take it out of the game. But for about a week, every time you opened that pack, you made VC.
Oh yeah.
So that's how I made millions of VC by just opening packs.
I mean, and those videos were so popular too, by the way. Like, oh my
they're your
God,
most viewed videos, correct? I think they're your most viewed videos, right?
The VC, yeah, that video has 1 million plus views. The Madden video that I did with the Tiny Titan might have more. I don't even know, but like that video, like, bro, I remember my homies was in college, and like I would get recognized at college. Like people would be doing that method in their dorms, and I'm like, like the dude is booting up saves, and I'm like, yo, like he's doing the thing right now, and I'm like,
everyone has stories and stuff like that. Like I remember doing that method while I used to do homework in school. I would just be doing the method on the side.
Oh yeah, I used to do it all the time. Like I'd be watching games, and I'd set a timer, and I'd just load the games and do all that. Man, that shit was crazy.
But I love how you had like the whole like sheet of how many of what you had to do in what minute to make it most efficient.
Yep, yeah. Oh, that's all. I've always been like that, man. I love doing that type of stuff. Like that's why I like YouTube. I like making videos to help people out when I find tips, methods, things like that. Like that's what I like doing. So yeah, but like
I do as well. But that's started. People are actually starting to get pissed off at that. Like people are getting pissed off at a bunch of stuff now. It's like anytime I'm like Marcus Smart. Well, I called Steve Francis
and then people get mad.
I was like, like Marcus Smart and John Wall. I was like, John Wall's a bit better, but he's not that much better. And they're all just like, oh, you're just hyping up because he's cheap. It's like, first of all, yes, I am. And second of all, I'm not wrong.
My favorite conspiracy is that
you're really not with some of these cards. These cards are good this year.
The conspiracy that you hype up cards to try and make MT is ridiculous.
It's ridiculous. I don't even understand that. Like, what is the benefit of that?
Like, you don't realize.
If I could do that, I would have millions of MT.
Yeah, you could have bought every Tyrese Maxey before last week, and that's just this week. Like, you could do it every week. I figured out how much pull you actually have when we were on the 2K or 250K stream last year, and there was a locker code that came out for a free pink diamond during that stream, and it immediately dropped John Stockton's price from 100K to 40K. So I was like, hey guys, you can lock in this set for like 50K right now for a Jack Sigma. Literally 5 minutes later, checked it. He was at 40K, but another card now became the gatekeeper that shot up to like 100K plus. And someone bought all of them like instantly. Like that's when I realized I was like, yeah, you can work the market if you have that following.
There was a situation in 20 where I didn't even make a video on it. So basically, there was like dynamic duo packs or something, and it was for like the Ruby Taco Fall. And this was before, this was when like the Galaxy Opal Taco Fall was like 300K, so no one could afford that, and a lot of people wanted Taco. So it was like Chris Bosch was like the headliner of that set, but he was in dynamic duo packs. Every card except for Ruby Zion Williamson were in the duo packs, and those 3 cards all went down to like 6 or 7K MT each, and that Taco was worth for people a little bit. And I said, something like, "You're all going to want to buy Ruby Zion Williamson," and within 3 minutes he was 60K.
Yeah.
And then he settled at like
Crazy.
20K because he was the gatekeeper. And everyone was
Yeah.
like, oh, F you, DBG. You made me lose all my money. And I was like, I just tweeted saying you're going to want Zion Williamson. I didn't say anything else.
Yeah, that's how it goes, man. It's crazy. Like the smallest thing can like affect, and people get so mad. Oh my god, it's crazy. Like you remember when we did those like the 25K from the teams, man? People got upset about that shit, man. I remember people they were like, this is my method. I've been doing this and didn't tell anyone, and now you've ruined it. And it's like, well, I mean,
Well, the second you make a video on something, someone's gonna say it was their idea first.
but here's the thing, though. They already
was
knew. They
immortalized
knew
in
about
song.
it. Like they knew about the method. They was patching that shit. Like whether or not the video came out or not. Like so, we capitalized and got to do it, but like they was patching it regardless. Like they had known at that point.
Yeah.
Like that's the thing people don't even understand. Like I was putting
it
on.
was immortalized in song though.
Oh god.
It was in. Do you know? It was mentioned.
It was in the
LSK.
I know. That
It was
was
immortalized
funny, yeah.
in song.
Yep, I remember that. Blame Shake. It's in
Hashtag
some
I
point
blame,
of that.
hashtag I blame Shake.
Hashtag I blame Shake. Might as well get it trending again today, you know? I
Again.
blame Shake.
People have stopped that. The worst part is people don't get that reference anymore.
Oh, they don't get the
But,
reference.
like there'll be
don't-
random situations where I'll just say, "I'll blame you on some random thing."
and they don't
And
understand.
tweet
it.
with
They
hashtag
just,
I blame Shake, and it's like people don't get it. It's
They
like,
don't get it.
I
yeah.
kind of have to stop doing that.
We've had to
You
we've
can
had to
keep
bring
it.
it
I
up.
don't care.
There's
They
a
don't
few
get it.
times on the podcast where something, if he came up and we just had to resort to the I blame Shake.
I blame Shake.
And they don't. Yeah, most people don't get it. They're like, "What is that?" Like they don't.
But like, there was a good year where anytime anything went wrong with 2K, people just blamed you as a meme, like not being serious.
Oh, yeah.
It was like the way people blame Ronnie now. It was like, Shake,
Like,
it's Shake's fault.
There was people that thought Shake was like the community manager at one point. He
that definitely was the thing.
he
That
actually
definitely was
pulled things in 2K.
like there probably are still people who still think that, and it's like I don't know what to say to you, man. Like I'm just a random guy. Like oh my god. But yeah, when they got pretty pissed, I think, when I leaked those ratings. But that's the thing, though. It wasn't even that I leaked them. They was out there. Like I didn't have the game early that year. Like I just took someone else's screenshots who had 0 tweets, who had 0 likes and 0 tweets or whatever. I just posted the same screenshots, and then Operation Sports posted, or they posted mine, and of course they didn't get banned, but I got banned, which was that was what pissed me off.
That was the year where they were copyright striking anything that said NBA 2K17. I got copyright strike. My only ever strike was a video. What was it? It was a video of talking about the leaks, where I showed 2K16 footage and was like, leaked ratings showed that Zach LaVine's going to be a beast. Did not say anything about that. That's all. That's the extent of what I said. But because I said to put the leaked ratings, I got my count struck down for like 2K16 footage.
Crazy. And like I did a video before where like I like mocked the developer diaries they used to do like way back in the day, and like I built, like I was playing on PC and I modded in players and stuff like that, and I like built my custom MyTEAM, like added some of the features we have now, but like I added it back then, and like they struck down those videos. They were like, "Oh, you're impersonating us," and I'm like, "No, it's like saying what it is." Like so, like the reasons they don't like me, like they go on and on, man. I mean, they're all old as shit.
Yeah, it's all like
but
5
then again,
years ago plus.
Oh, 2016 and earlier. Like
they're all old as ever. Like that one time I told Ronnie to go fuck himself. Like, and again, I use that word very lightly. Like I know that's a serious thing, and I get it. But like,
Ronnie also got. I think Ronnie got more abuse on that day than he had. What day do you think he got more abuse? That day or the Karl Anthony Towns day?
It was that day. It was definitely that day.
The day was bad.
That day was bad too, but like, man, the day at the Warriors parade, bro, that was nonsense. We was waiting all day, bro.
Oh, for
it was
Iggy,
so bad.
for Iggy, right?
We was waiting all day.
I even remember
it was
that. That was
like
bad.
11 in the morning, and it was like 7 at night. The code still hadn't come out, and I was like, dude, go screw off. Like he was saying it was because he had bad internet, but like you should know that if you're going to like a sporting event like that, like there's no internet. Like that's a common thing. Like that's someone else should tweet the code out. Like what? I don't know. That was planned so poorly, but like obviously I shouldn't have said that. But like
you were like what, 17, 18, maybe 19? Like
I was probably 19 or
18.
20. Yeah. I was probably 19 or 20, man. Like, but I mean,
what year were you?
still do
Jake,
that.
what year were you born in, actually?
93. I was born in 93.
93.
Okay,
So you're 3
still
years
young.
old.
You're still young
Wait,
though.
who's-
Like people say
I'm
dumb
still
stuff.
somewhat young, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
who's older? You were
Because I got no hair. That's
Me?
why I have no hair, so
No,
people have to
Dale.
come.
Like I know we're the same age, Jake. But Dale, are you older than Shake or you the same?
No, Shake's older.
I'm 28.
Well, Dale has the
I'm
1994 in his
28.
name, so
Dale's. Oh yeah,
So-
xdale 94.
So he's only 27 then. Yeah, he's only
Yeah.
27.
Yeah, we're.
Unless
This is
it's-
the worst part is that this might be the oldest collection of people that have ever been on the same call in the 2K community, in the MyTEAM community.
yeah,
Probably.
we're washed
Like
up,
there's
fellas.
a combined out of 4 of us, there is a combined age of over 100.
Oh my god. That's a rarity in the community these days too.
It
Like
is.
everybody's getting younger and like, man, like I mean, Smooth's still around. Smooth's people might not
Yeah,
realize
push it.
Smooth's old, all right? Like I don't know
Yeah.
if people understand that. Chris Smooth
Have you-
like was doing like he's in his like mid 30s, I think. I would assume.
You had beef with Smooth at one stage, didn't you?
Nah, I mean, well, I didn't like the one time when he looped me in with like some of the other dudes who were like, we don't want lock codes or whatever. I didn't like that, but like other than that, he's always been cool to me.
Yeah.
When 2K banned me, he like hit me up personally and was like, was saying some nice things, and he's always, it was always cool that he hit me up. I was like, yo,
Yeah.
I remember watching him in like 2010.
Yeah.
Like, way
Yeah, like,
back
I
in the day
remember-
when he was in Call of Duty.
I remember meeting him in like the 2K19 like launch. It was with him for like an hour because like I'm good friends with Sub the Gamer, and
Yeah.
he was friends with the guy who lost his mind. And this,
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
don't wanna
Like,
mention-
that's all the
the
OG.
guy who lost, no, the guy who lost his
Yeah.
mind at you, Shake. That guy.
I know.
He
Yeah.
was friends with him,
I
and
know.
then obviously Smooth was obviously friends with him from years back. So
Yeah.
we just said the 4 of us just ended up talking to each other for hours. Like Smooth doesn't really know. People are like, "Oh, he's just unbelievably arrogant." I don't think he even notices
I
his
don't think
personality.
that's it.
No,
Like,
he's
yeah.
not.
Yeah, no, he's just so quiet. He was like introducing himself to me, and like obviously it was conversation. Like he knew that I was a 2K YouTuber. He's like, "Oh yeah, I'm Chris," just really quietly. And I'm just like, "Yeah, I'm Mick. Yeah, we all
mean-
know who you are."
Can you imagine being him? Like he's
Yeah.
literally he's been bigger than the community. Like that's the crazy thing about it. Like people was watching him for his Call of Duty videos, not even the 2K videos back in the day. I don't think.
Did you know I did
Yes, 2K was
a
popular, but
Shake? Did you
don't
know I did a
watched-
Call of Duty video with him back in like 2011 when I was 14?
No, I didn't know that. That's funny.
Yeah, that's literally like my craziest moment.
Gamer tag in it? Are
Oh,
you in the
It
video?
was
That's
a
funny.
dual commentary. He had me on his
Wait,
channel.
really?
Yeah, I was 14 and I made a background for him. And he was like, "How can I repay you?" And I was like,
What was your name in the video? Was it
was
still
Unbe-
Jacob? Or what?
"Yeah, unbeatable
Oh, wow.
Jacob." It's still the account I have. Like,
You gotta
like-
send me that. That's funny.
I mean, like, I was
Dude.
literally a nervous 14-year-old who, even though at the time Chris Smooth was like 100K subs or 200K subs, like, I was
Back
like,
then, that was a
Here
lot.
it is.
That was a
Here
lot,
it is.
though.
COD Black Ops dual commentary with Unbeatable Jacob.
yeah, it's got like
Wait,
almost 500,000 views. or something.
290K views.
Yeah.
oh my god! I mean, those videos were. By the way, 200K views back then was like 2 million views. That was a ton.
I went
That was
from
when YouTube
like 1K
That was a
subs to
lot.
5K subs overnight. I remember I was
Oh,
out,
yeah.
I was out to eat with my parents for that night or whatever. I was 14, so I was out to eat, and when I left my house I was at like 1.2K subs or something, and I came back and he had uploaded it, and I refreshed my YouTube page and like my sub count had like tripled, and I literally almost fainted. Like, I was like a kid on Christmas. It was like my only claim to fame.
That's crazy. Oh yeah, I see it right there. Dual commentary with
Yeah.
unbeatable Jacob.
That
Wow,
has
that's
we
crazy.
have
And then I
You
left.
have to
I
react
obviously
to that at some
I
stage.
left the community for like 7 years or
I'm gonna-
whatever. Like,
I mean,
I'll
I
react to
started
that
making
on
Call of
stream
Duty.
sometime.
Like, I started making Call of Duty videos. That's how I started doing YouTube. Like, I wanted to be like a Call of Duty YouTuber. Like, 'cause that was the thing back in like 2010 and 11. Like, Chris Move, you were making Black Ops and MD2 videos. Like, that was what people did.
yeah.
Like,
well, yeah.
I didn't
I'm
get
trying to
reviews
see how
doing
many. I have five FIFA videos on a channel with 4 subscribers. My very first channel, and one of my videos has 10 likes, 22 dislikes. My only video with more than 50 views has
Dale
10
in the
likes.
chat, like, the story once a week.
Like nobody. Oh, I definitely like. I challenged
funny.
somebody to find my FIFA channel from 8 years ago.
Dude,
It'll be
most of mine
impossible.
got deleted. Most of mine got deleted, man. They all got deleted. There's like maybe 1 to 2 old 2012 videos out there, and those are old videos.
Well,
man.
I react to it for 300K or something.
I reacted to one video, I think, but
Like,
I don't know.
None of
Yeah,
my
they're-
videos are longer than 5 minutes. Who did I think I was?
I
What am I
think back
doing?
then
Like,
that was the meta.
Came
Though.
a
Back
long
then that
way.
was the meta. Videos.
yeah, that was the Reply Girls meta, wasn't it? When
And like
you
short
got some-
videos, they took less like computer power to like do.
Yeah.
That was
Well-
back then when like it took hours to make a video sometimes or render a
You
video.
could only upload 10-minute long, or what was it? You could only upload
That's not-
10-minute long
dude.
videos until like 2011, maybe, when they changed
Yeah.
that. Like you had to like
Yeah.
have some sort of special permission. So I remember like if people would do like a longer video, like people would upload like part 1, part 2, part 3, or whatever. You know,
Yeah.
like that's what you had to do.
Like YouTube was so different back then. Oh my god, like it's crazy. Like oh man.
YouTube overall, even else, like not even gonna say the 2K community, just like outside of that, like YouTube, I feel like back in the day, like it had such like a raw, like natural, like it'd just be a guy behind a camera telling you something that was either funny
Now
or
there's
interesting,
like-
and now it's like so
People
overdone,
make
like
movies on YouTube now.
yeah.
That's crazy.
What? But I mean, what if it's a guy behind the camera telling you to tactically downgrade? Is that the same thing?
I mean, your videos do have a pretty raw feel to them. I can't lie, they definitely do, which I prefer.
Because
I
the
don't
only-
like the.
the only most of them aren't edited, and the ones that are edited by the guy to my left right now. Dale looks very concentrated or something. What are you watching?
Playing.
Are you playing?
He's watching the duel.
You're
now.
like using your
Playing
eyes. You are
COD.
very very concentrated.
all the Call of Duty talk.
Playing
God, I'm into
COD in the
COD.
background.
Apparently, Dale used to be really good at COD. Dale, weren't you like nationally ranked at Call of Duty back in the day when you were?
Not nationally ranked. They had like league play. They had ranked back in Black
I was
Ops
just
2,
good at
and I
pub
was like
stomping.
top 10 in the world at one point.
I would be
Jesus
terrible now at
Christ.
Call of Duty. I don't even play it anymore. I
There was a
want
year
to, but
I was
man.
like confident I could have gone pro in COD. That was the year.
Wow.
Yeah.
Skill-based
I mean-
matchmaking in COD would be as bad as it is in 2K
That's
for
what I was
me.
gonna
Oh my
say.
god.
Skill-based matchmaking is worse in Call of Duty than it is 2K.
It's worse
apparently
in
now.
Call, but at least in Call of Duty you can tank though. You can just tank.
Reverse boost.
That's what people
You can tank. You can
Yeah.
easily tank it. Like
I
I
don't
could
know
match
if
up
you
with.
can.
I could match up with Dale. Well, if Dale's in high bracket SPM, I could match up with Dale. Let Dale beat me by 150 points, and I wouldn't play a good player for 5 games.
I don't know. A dude beat me by 30. It was the worst loss I had. And then the next game, I played the same fucking dude, and he had like the best team. Like
Yeah.
it was a 4 million MT squad, and he was fucking on demon mode.
Jesus.
Like it was a 10-point game going to the fourth quarter. He fucking like damn near shut me out the quarter. It was nuts. He went crazy. It was awful. Like he was pressing on every inbound. Oh my god, it was bad. Like
Yeah.
Well, SBMM is a problem, but there's also just not that many people playing the game too. So it like
that too.
I
double
think SPM is
stacks.
part of the reason why there's not that many people playing the game.
Yeah.
I agree, but like I swear, like even if SBM if they pulled it, like you probably still would match up with more sweats now than we did back in the day, just because there's less
course.
like casuals for sure. And if there
Of course,
are
so-
casuals, there's
yeah.
other stuff for them to do. They can go play limited or draft mode or whatever they feel like.
I have something I wonder. So, what are your thoughts for the next few months? Because with my team, usually December is when they pick up. Like they always start slow. But like again, we know there's like a mystery Christmas mode, but if things don't really change with my team and they always stay the same, like it might not pick up. So what do you think? Are you like optimistic for the next couple months of my team? Do you think it'll pick up, or are you?
It will pick up. It's how much it picks up. That's the question.
It always does.
don't
It
know.
always does.
But
It
like,
always
it's a guarantee. There is no chance that my team can tank more than it is right now. Like that's not humanly possible for my team. But it's not physically possible for my team. It's not gonna happen. But it may
the
not.
Christmas mode.
Like the Christmas mode's not. I think the
Christmas
Christmas
mode-
mode is gonna be something awful. Like
I don't know. what
I'm
it's
curious
gonna
to
if it
see
was,
is
if it
why
was
they
good, it
didn't
would have been
bring
in
it
the
out.
game at launch. That's
be.
my
Yeah.
That's what I would think
was
too.
actually
That's
good
I'm
to
curious
be
why they
launched.
wouldn't have brought it out right away. That's why I wonder. Maybe they just didn't want to like it to overshine draft mode. I think above all, the two things that matter most are how good that game mode is, and if like the lockdowns are like loosened or tightened. Because who knows? That's been a
we're going back into one.
yeah. I mean,
You're-
if wave 3 or 4 or 5 or whatever it is hits hard,
I
like,
wouldn't be surprised if US does at some point because the winter is supposed to be bad. They said that last year too, I think at some point, and it was bad, but it wasn't like as bad as they said it was going to be. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Who knows around here?
That's what I mean. It's
I have
all
no
just you're taking a guess, but I think those are the two biggest factors. I mean, the game's gonna be the game. It just
Yeah.
It's but like we've like Shake, we've both been here long enough to know we know exactly when the mode's popular.
yeah.
We know exactly when it's not
It's
popular.
always December. It always picks up in December.
Yeah.
In fact, it always picks up like honestly right after Thanksgiving. Actually, usually that's usually when they drop some crazy shit, and usually people get the game for Black Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the game goes on sale for like $20.
The game just
It's already on sale.
50%, 50%
Yeah.
right now.
It's like 50 or 30, something like that. Big discounts. So I do wonder if that will cause more people to pick it up, and if it'll ramp up or not. Because at some point, one of these years, it's just gonna not ramp up. You know that's gonna happen.
No, it will. It's a basketball video game,
It's
and that's why
bound
when everyone says to me, they're like, "Would you ever switch from 2K to something else? You could blow up in something else." And my thing is like, I probably could, but when that game dies, I'm screwed. 2K will never die.
It's the only basketball game, so I mean,
the only
people are going to
basketball
want to
game.
play
There will
basketball
always
games.
be.
People have
There
wanted to
will
play
always be.
basketball
At some
games for
point, though,
years.
people get stale. That's the thing. At some point, people get stale on it, and it just becomes too much. Like it happened with Call of Duty, where Call of Duty was like, man, Call of Duty, it's incredible. One of those like Infinite Warfare or Ghost or something, it fell off big time. It's gonna back up. It's back up now, but like it fell off big time for a year or two there.
Yeah.
But people
like,
don't
but I mean,
love...
the sports are different. The sports are different.
Exactly.
FIFA
People love
had
basketball.
FIFA
No one
had
has
its
like
down
a...
periods. Like my team had its down periods. 2K18, Jesus, none of us. In
18 was bad.
2K18, I don't think anyone except yourself pulled in more than 1.5 million views on any month.
And
like you were the only
2K18 was terrible too. I was barely uploading that. That was terrible. That game was awful.
Oh yeah,
man.
I'm sorry. You took 2K. No, 2K19. You picked it up again in 19. Didn't you?
19, yeah, 18. I started playing some NBA Live. That's how bad it was.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, NBA Live 18 was great.
You
NBA
look like
Live
you
18
enjoyed
good,
it.
though. That's
Yeah.
the thing. 18 was good. Like NBA Live 18 was good. 19 was terrible. I don't know what the hell happened. I don't understand that. Like I remember playing like a little bit of 19 NBA Live or whatever it was, or 20, whatever. Something happened, and I was like, "What the fuck? This is worse than the other game. How the fuck did it get worse?"
Yeah.
I don't know what happened to them.
I remember...
EA didn't like me very much because I was like, I told them at the I went to EA Play because I was just in LA anyway. I was visiting friends. I went to EA Play and played NBA Live 19. I was like, this game sucks.
Yeah,
And they were like,
I don't
oh
know.
no, we added this, and this. And I'm like, no, it like I'm playing it right now. And I played against the dev, and I beat one of the devs, but I can't remember what. It was some cheese tactic that I did. I figured it out in 30 seconds.
That game was really broken.
I launched full courts. I launched full court passes, and the dev couldn't
It had
stop
like
me.
the backward. It had like the backwards free throw thing, and like, oh my
Yeah.
god, it was really
I
bad.
was
That game
literally like, I was like, this game actually sucks.
was that the last NBA Live that they did?
19.
I don't even know.
It was
You
19.
know why?
was the last one.
Have you heard the rumor about why NBA Live's not happening anymore?
I have not. Is there like a rumor
So-
that's going out there?
There is an article where from, I think it's a site called inverse.com. I'm quoting this article. So I don't know if it is false information.
I might be able to say something. But like, I want to hear what the article says first.
The article says EA wants to make the game free to play, will not release the game unless it's free to play, but the NBA have refused to let them release it as a free to play game.
That makes sense.
I mean, it's
That
the way
is-
to go. Look at all the
That's
other
what's
games
written.
that are doing it now. Like Fortnite.
And I'm sure
started
2K
doing it.
doesn't want them to release this free too.
Yeah.
I'm sure they
Of
don't.
course.
But like
yeah.
EA will not release the game as a paid game because they know if just like NBA Live, if they just like the old,
it's
ones,
gonna
if they
flop.
release it as a paid game, it's gonna flop.
And they have to
They
put it
will
on
only release it as
$75.
free to play, and for some reason the NBA aren't letting them.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Like they have, I think EA have another 2 or 3 years on their NBA license anyway, so they can release 3 games. They have an engine. They have a bunch of stuff. They have devs still working.
They have a few devs still working there. I know that. They
Like,
took
the
some
dev
of the
team
devs
is-
and moved them to Madden, but there
Yeah.
are still some guys, I'm pretty sure, doing something, some hidden project. And I don't know if they put them on the college football game that's coming out eventually, but
Yeah, that's
I
where
mean,
Scott O'Gallagher went.
yeah,
Oh,
I
I
know
forgot about him. Forgot that name.
they definitely had like a little secret thing going on though. Like I wouldn't be surprised if eventually an NBA Live game comes back. I definitely wouldn't. In fact, I'd actually be surprised if there never was one.
They
I
always
love it if
seem
they
to
did
come
it.
back. I mean, we remember what happened after the Andrew Bynum Jesus glitch in NBA
Jesus
Elite
Bynum
11
glitch.
with the middle of the court. Like if they can come back from that, they can come back from anything.
You say that, but that was 11, and they came back in 14. If they don't come back in 23, it's been a longer gap.
Yeah,
It's
that
been a
is true.
long time.
Well,
It's been a long time.
did they have? There was NBA Live 15. Was that Damien? Nah, it was 15, 16. Did they have games that year? I don't even remember.
One of them
Yeah,
had,
they had 14, 15, 16, didn't have 17. They brought it back 18. And 18 was good.
18 was actually
Like,
good. It wasn't
all of those
great.
NBA
It was okay.
And all of those NBA Live events, we all played NBA Live 18. We're like, this game's actually okay. Like, it's obviously it wasn't 2K. It was better than 2K18.
It was a good start. It was a good starting point for their like engine and game, and then I don't know what happened the next year. It went backwards. I don't know how that happened. Like,
I remember one of the things was like, I remember talking to one of them, and I was like, "Oh, what do you have for Ultimate Team?" They were like, "Oh yeah, we don't. Ultimate Team is not a focus for us." And I'm like, you are an EA. I was like, you are an EA game. As 2K are doing my team better than they did now, but I was like, at that stage, 2K were doing my team terribly.
Yeah,
I was like, you are literally EA. You have the pretty much patent on Ultimate Team. You have the like people that run it on the best modes like Madden and FIFA.
Know how to do it. They
know how to do it. And you have literally said, they literally said, and they were like, we don't want to do that. We want to take over Park from 2K. And I said it like again. I've said this.
They went to the wrong game mode.
I've said this to the lead social media guy, and I was like, you will never beat 2K in Park. Yeah. But if you focus on Ultimate Team, and it's a really good game mode. You might be.
They could have definitely.
My team can be beaten.
I don't think they can anymore. It's just past the point of no return, unless they like somehow made it where like
it's free.
It's completely free.
Free to play would be huge for them. That would bring
like free to play and like free to pack is what I'm saying. Like packs are free somehow.
Yeah.
Like if there was a way they could do it where packs are free, damn near, and like I don't even know how you would do that.
Like you basically make the game free to play. And then you do exactly what 2K are doing right now. You give certain free packs. You incentivize people to buy. You make it easier. You make it easier if you buy packs, but you can still grind to kind of offset that. Basically, what 2K are doing right now in the way they're doing things is pretty much how you have to do it. Like 2K is a freemium game that costs $70. My team.
Do you think my team?
2K is a freemium game that costs $70.
Yeah. Do you think my team would work if somehow there was no microtransactions involved? Like you could buy packs. But again, it's with like fake money. You could have unlimited packs. Do you think there would be any way, even if you couldn't, maybe you couldn't sell things in the auction house? Maybe they like limited the cards that came out every week. They varied it up, so like basically they give you options instead of like just like I don't know. Do you think there's any way it could work? Like obviously
they might be forced. They might be forced. It might become illegal to have packs in games eventually.
Yeah,
like the thing that might happen eventually.
Do you want to know what they do then? It's really easy. You see these batches of cards we got today.
You just put a price tag on each individual card, right?
You put a price tag on the individual cards, and then you can still use MyTEAM currency. So you can either pay a dollar amount or MyTEAM currency. For the cards.
And then there's some astronomical amount of MyTEAM currency. I mean, they'll find a way to make their money, but there is a very good chance. I mean, there's a lot of legislature. I mean, it's illegal in other countries already, but
it's going to be. There's not within 5 years, probably not in America. But within 5 years, it'll be illegal everywhere in Europe.
It's definitely creeping towards it. It seems like every year, like they've had to add the pack odds and like there's so many things that they've had to add. They don't even show
real pack odds.
They don't. That's another thing.
Last year when it said all 100%, like
they're all bullshit.
If there is a rule. That is not a good rule because that is a way too easy way to get through it.
They didn't lie.
There are so many algorithms within the game. Like it tracks your purchase. Like I have so many conspiracy theories about this. Everybody's pack odds is different. It's all kinds of fishy things. Like it's not just 9%.
The algorithm is there for a reason. There is 100% something like that, but I don't mind that, to be honest.
I don't care either. I mean,
all I'm gonna say is that
life is, you know.
I have some sympathy for the whales, but I don't have a lot of sympathy for the whales.
I mean, I don't know. There's definitely like certain things that they do that are shady, but like, I mean, I'm sure that's kind of just life. Like, there's so many things you don't know about, and people are getting screwed through this or that, and like, man.
I just have a problem when it's like very, like releasing packs at the time when kids get home from very heavily at the time when kids get home from school, and I'm like.
That was a new one this year.
It's not even a 6 p.m. would make sense kind of when people are coming home from work, but no, it was when kids were coming home from school. So I'm like,
that is right.
Like again,
it's honestly awful too. it was nice for one time, and then after that, I'm like, man, why are
Everyone hates it. It's so
awful.
Well, the worst part about it is if you want to buy one of the cards that's over a buyout, you have to wait until 8 p.m. and then that's like too late for me.
That's 2 a.m. 2 a.m. for me. Like,
yeah,
so, it's awful. It's actually awful.
But yeah, so we're gonna probably pack this in about 5-10 minutes. Does anyone want to bring up a topic? Dale, you're very, very engrossed in your Call of Duty. Is there anything you want to talk
anyone
about?
in the chat have anything they want to quick hit on?
I'm not even on COD anymore. I'm just exhausted.
I'm tired too. I've been awake for so many hours. Like, oh my god.
I got another 2 videos to make before I go to bed. So
you're crazy. I got a couple to edit. I gotta edit that Gary Payton rage quit. That'll probably go tomorrow. Which is funny because I've actually gone on like a nice win streak since then. I'm probably like 15 and like 3 or 4. But like, man, those 3 or 4 losses have been infuriating.
I will say this 2K I get the most mad at out of any 2K ever. Like this one,
I get mad at everything.
It's not even the worst, but it just makes me rage for whatever reason. I don't know.
It's just very rage inducing. Oh my goodness.
I haven't even watched those. Do you keep my 3-minute long rants in those videos there? In the do you keep them in the Road Gary Paytons?
Oh, in the Road to GP, I think I do because it's part of the story of the video.
Yeah.
Have you been uploading every game that you've been playing?
Yeah. I don't. Why would I play this game if I'm not making money out of it?
That's what I'm saying. I don't know.
I don't play this game for enjoyment, and I haven't in a long time.
I feel like it'd be so boring to watch every game that I've played. Like they're all the same thing. Like, oh my god, it's mind numbing to play. Never mind to watch. I'd feel. But
I mean, I'm getting 17-minute retentions on some of these videos, so I'm cool.
Pretty good.
People like the Road to GP because they want to see you lose.
People want to see me lose my mind. Like people don't like when I win.
Oh yeah, it's the same way with me. It's always been that way. People love to see me get mad. They don't like to see me win.
Yeah, but that was one of the things actually. Denver. When I tweeted out yesterday, something like the thing was like, oh, there's 2 million people have had the game. And at one stage, I was the number 1 player in the world. Like, if you want to call me ass, just remember I was the best out of 2 million at one stage. And like, funny. Denver replied with something like, "Why do you care about people's Twitter fingers? Why are you keeping saying this if they care your ass?" And I literally had to message Denver. I'm like, look, I was like, I don't actually care that much. Like, it is mildly annoying. Like, when I'm on stream, I'll snap at somebody, but like, again, that's part of the show. But like, it is mildly annoying playing a game for a living and people think you suck. Like, I'm not gonna say
it is.
I'm not gonna say it's not at least mildly annoying. But I literally was just like. I literally was like to Denver, I was like, look, those tweets are the shits there. And I'm like, the people that strongly dislike me are probably 40% of my fan base. And I have to keep them engaged somehow. I have to say something to make them want to watch me lose even more. Yeah. I need to make them want to watch me lose.
The people that hate you are loyal viewers. People. They are very loyal viewers. Yep. They will show up in every stream to tell you that you suck.
Loyal viewers. Because again, it's like WWE. I'm like a heel persona. Like, if you want to watch me lose, I'm cool with that. Like, a lot of people are like, oh, I get unnecessary hate. And I'm like, I don't, first of all, a lot of the time I don't mind it. Some of the hate, obviously, there's a line. Like, when the line's crossed, the line's crossed. But it's like, most of the time, like, I'll be the first to admit, I bring a lot of it on myself. Like, completely off the record, I know I'm not that good at this game.
Yeah.
But if I came out there and said, okay, I'm
an average player. We're going to boot up.
Not even that I'm an average player. Like, I'm an average player in high bracket SPMM. Like, if I'm playing high bracket SPMM, I'm going to win probably 66% of my games, give or take. Like,
I've always said that's my win rate. I've always said that mine is right around 66 to 70%. It's getting it gets a little bit better every year. Like right now, it's like 71% for this season. But like, again, people think that's like insane, or really bad, but like it's pretty good. I mean, winning 70% of your games, that's pretty good, especially when they're this sweaty.
Yeah, but like that's the thing. Like that's the thing. We can all we're all kind of at that level. Like we've all played enough of the game that none of us are actually bad at the game.
Like no one is like losing every game they're playing. Like that would be actually bad. Like if you're getting killed every game.
but it's like if I'm sitting there on stream saying like this is the exact level I'm at. Then in 4 months' time, when there's an excuse for me to wager tie, nobody cares.
Yeah.
But if I can talk, like if I can manage to big myself up, do a few things to make people think that maybe I have a chance, or to make people know that I'm going to get destroyed and want to watch me get destroyed. If I'm completely humble and being like, I'm just the average player, I'm just this, and this, no one is going to want to watch me lose.
That's true.
People were there in their thousands trying to watch me lose against tie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
people love to see that shit, man.
Weird
It's all
chat
about-
after that tie game was bad.
Yeah, do you remember?
Yeah, you were getting abused.
Shake, you probably don't know this. After that game, I got so much abuse when Ty beat me, and this is on Next Gen. Ty beat me. Like when Ty beat me one player, like I was asked the current gen. I didn't even care about that. But like when Ty beat me on Next Gen, I got so much abuse, and I can't remember some dude. His name is S. He played comp and he used to play on Players Lounge. He tweeted out and was like, "Wager me." I tweeted out something like, "I was like, laugh all you want. I'm still better than 95% of you." And this guy S. who's actually like plays competitive, tweeted out and was like, "You're a bum. Wager me $200." I was like, "Find a middleman." So he had Ty as a middleman. He was on US West servers, and I beat him on his host by like 20.
Oh, Jesus.
He deactivated his Twitter. He deleted his Players Lounge
Yeah, I
account
heard
and
you
has not
talking
been
about
seen.
this. Yeah,
He deleted
That's funny.
everything.
He welched. That's a welch.
Yeah, that's literally that's the one thing I always have, because like some of these trash talkers in chat probably will beat me, and I always will just say it's like, "Oh, you're gonna be next S. You'll be gone in a week."
I love when
Honestly,
you call
now
them out.
I
When you
assume
call
most
them out,
people would
it's
beat me. I just assume they're gonna
hilarious.
cheese
Yeah.
like everybody else does. Like,
Yeah,
and
like
with meta cards, like I just assume, yeah, you'll beat me. Okay, have fun.
if I don't know who they are and I play them on my host, I'm probably gonna beat them, and that's why I call people out, because I know they're gonna have to come to my host, and I know I'm probably gonna beat them.
There was one time where you did bark up the wrong tree. Like it was somebody who I know and have like scrimmed with and stuff like that, who's
Who was it?
significantly better than me.
Who was it?
I think it was Stun at Showtime. You didn't even say anything like I'd beat you or anything like that, but like he said like something, and you were like, I forget what the conversation even was. It wasn't like you offered to play him or anything, but like it was like the typical banter that happens every Friday on your stream, you know?
Yeah.
And you said something like, I'd probably whatever, you know, like I was just like, yeah, that's probably the only time where I can confidently say that guy would beat you. Like
there were so many times it's like Drip will be talking in my chat, and I'm like, I can't remember what it was when I played the random dude, and Drip was just like, "No, go play me." I'm like, I know you're better than me. I was like, that's not the point I'm trying to make. I was like, I'm not playing. I'm not calling people out to lose. I'm calling people out to play a guy who thinks he's good at the game, beat him by 30 because I'm on host, and then make a video out of it.
I remember I did that before once. It was funny.
Could make a whole series out of that if you wanted to. Just
Yeah,
but you got to be tactical, because once you lose the first, if you
once you actually lose, though,
it's not even lose. If you get popped once, it's over.
yeah.
If you get beaten badly once, you're done. That's why I'm very, very selective. The people that I know, like
you gotta do some research. Make sure.
Basically, the people I call out are if somebody insults me and it says first time chat, because then I know for a fact they're a beginner.
Yeah.
You know they're not that sweaty if it's the first
Like,
time.
that's when I'm like,
Been around for a while.
That's when I go. That's when I go with somebody. But geez, Shay, you've kind of stopped. You've kind of stopped firing back at people on Twitter. Do you just block them?
I'm not gonna lie. I usually just mute or block people now. Yep.
Yeah,
I'm not
I
gonna lie.
have, like,
It's
80.
people go too far. People get weird. Like
That's when you know you're just beyond it. You're growing up when you just start blocking people.
I just
instead of replying.
I don't even bother barking at people back now. Like I do it as like a joke if like I know it's like so lighthearted, but then even then guys take it so seriously, so I don't even bother.
Another guy will
like,
come
all
in
right.
and take it to the next level. That's how that goes.
Yeah,
Like,
that's another thing too. Like if I respond to someone, then like someone like who rocks with me, they gonna respond, but they're not gonna respond in like a playful way. They gonna like man, they gonna try and like say some serious shit, man. Like you don't know what that person's going through, man. Like chill out, bro. Like man, people get way too serious, man. Now, like I don't know. It's just the way the world is. Like everything's so serious now, man. Like,
but
it's not,
a lot
of
those things, if you can get people to believe you're serious when you're joking, that can be
Oh,
used to
yeah.
advantage. Hence the me versus Ty wagers. People think we
Tough.
actually don't like each other. People think it's the beef's actually real. Like
Yeah.
we will text each other being like whenever we'll have organized a date for the game, and I'll be just like, which one of us makes the first call out video, and why are we gonna make the first call out video?
That sounds like what Caldy wanted me to do.
Oh, you and Caldy.
He was like, all right, so we're gonna beef now, and I was like, all right.
Caldy was the
Sounds
best
good.
for that. Caldy was the best. Caldy would
That's
he would message me every now and again. Whenever we play a game, Caldy was just like, "Are you cool with me insulting the fact you're Irish?" And I'm like, "Yeah, go for it."
yeah, you guys
I'm
are going
going
back
to-
and forth on Twitter. Even I remember. You
It's
guys are
just
going
so
back
funny
and
when he
forth.
says we're going to beef now. I'm like, okay, all right. Like, what am I supposed to say to that? No, that shit was funny, man.
Oh,
Yeah.
I miss Caldy. in this.
I feel like we're wrapping this up, so I just wanted to like say it was awesome having me on. If you guys want to have me on again, just gotta let me know.
Thank you, Shake. It was a good one.
Appreciate it.
Reach out or whatever.
You were the first.
Like,
I've said this to you plenty of times. Like I've been a fan since the Robert Pack and Del Curry days. Like I've been watching you religiously since then.
I'm glad
remembered very specifically the Call Me Maybe wager.
I'm glad because again, a lot of the YouTube guys from like my day, like not a lot of them are around stuff now. Like it's like Chris moves around, but he don't play my team no more. He did for a little bit. He still plays 2K, but like he don't do my team no more. And like a lot of I think I'm like the last one. Like
you're
like,
the last of the 2K13s.
Like none of the 2K13 guys, like the 2K14 guys, even too. Like Cash, he's not uploading 2K. Jesser, Afro, none of those guys. Like it's pretty.
I know Jesser came back last year. Jesser came back.
Yeah,
he came back hard. Like he came back like
he was gonna do it for like a week, right? He plan on like uploading 2K for a week, and then he kept doing it for like 3 months.
He did it for like 2 months.
Yeah,
like Jesser, like, but he got fully into it. Like he was like watching all of our videos.
When my team was
watching my videos to get tips, and he was like learning all the cheese from other people. Like got really, him and Zach got really into it at stage last year.
Like my team is one of those things when you have a fun game, it's like, man, that was awesome, or like you want to play, you get that urge. It's like, whoa, but then like you get a real rough game or some bullshit happens, and you're just like, oh, you gotta be kidding me! Like this is terrible. Why do we play this shit? Like it's like so crazy, the polar opposites of it. Like I don't know, I've never seen it in a game. Like
emotional roller coaster of a game. That is.
It really is. It's just crazy because like you get the urge to play. Like I get the urges to play Unlimited, and then I play it, and like the first game's good, second game, and then like just one game where you're like, okay, it's been full court pressing for like 5 out 3 straight games. Can we stop? Can we like on ball defense? Can we do something else? Like, and it's just like, yeah, I can't do it after that, bro.
It's just anger is the only emotion I feel playing 2K.
But yeah, it was nice. It was nice coming on. We'll do this again some other time.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah,
we can talk less 2K stuff. We
do you want to
2K.
BG? Do you want to end on that question we discussed a couple of weeks
ago?
Oh
yeah, sorry. Yes. This is how we have to end every stream.
You guys plan? Okay. How do we end it?
If there was a hypothetical 2K like influencer boxing card, who would you fight, why, and how long does the fight last?
Wow, that is a tough question. Honestly, I'd probably pick someone I know I could beat, to be honest. Even if I have no beef with them, I'd probably pick someone I know I could beat, or that people just really dislike.
No, and I want a specific person. It has to be a specific person. You're saying anyone.
I'm trying to find the weakest person, honestly. I'm not gonna lie.
We all know who the answer is.
It used to be Afro. I'm not gonna lie. I would have definitely taken Afro.
He's in better shape. Yeah,
he's in better shape now. That's the tough part.
He hit the gym.
Oh man,
he did hit the gym. He's looking well.
This is a tough one. Wait, no, it's not. JC, bro. JC. I know I could. I don't even know if y'all know who JC is, but I know I dropped JC in a boxing match. JC is much bigger than me, bro.
Wait, which JC or JC 130? Two different people.
JC 130.
Okay.
I know. JC's getting dropped. Yeah, that would be fun.
How long does the fight last?
Like maybe like a minute, 2 minutes, maybe. I'm just gonna run around the ring.
Okay. So a minute, 2 minutes. Do you think so? After a minute or 2 minutes, you knock out JC 130. Am I getting that right?
Yeah. He would get exhausted. Yeah. I would just run circles around him, slowly hitting him. Yeah.
Hey, we've got it. We've got our first answer. So are
you writing these down for future day?
No, at some stage, this will definitely come up in a conversation. Because someone will say something and someone will take something at heart. And as always, I will end it on my one of Henry the Blasian. If there is any opportunity, I will fight you and I will put you on a canvas. Muscles for nothing. It doesn't matter. They're muscles for nothing.
That's true. That can be
Since
true.
when does lifting make you a good fighter? It's muscles for nothing. Hey, will be put on the canvas in the first round.
See, I pick someone who's like a big fluffy giant. Like, man,
JC,
might be a strong one, but I don't know. I don't think JC. I don't think he got it in him. Sorry, JC.
we'll end it there so you can hit end on recording there, Jacob.
Yes, sir.